votes are counted to determine the next president of the United States. Thank you so much for joining us in our swing state.
Good night. Be
This
still,
shows just how
family.
important your
Don't
votes
mind my
are in
bookshelf.
this
I gotta
neck
fix
and
it up,
neck
but anyway.
race. Vice President Kamala
It'll be
Harris
like
blitzing
that.
through Battleground, Michigan today
It's a
with
very
stops in
expensive
Detroit,
bookshelf, but it'll be
Pontiac,
like that.
and East Lansing. Her running mate
So
Tim
good
Walz will
night,
be in Detroit
family,
tomorrow,
and hope you
joined by
guys
the
are
Detroit
doing
Youth Choir and John Bon Jovi.
wonderful
And former
wherever you
President Donald
are.
Trump will hold his last rally of the campaign
No,
in Grand Rapids on
I was a
Monday.
little bit
7
catching
News
up on
Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels
my
has the
son work
latest from the
earlier
campaign trail.
today,
She's
earlier
also
this
bringing
evening.
us the voices of Metro
So I
Detroiters as
was
our community takes
straightening
center
back my living
stage.
room.
Just
Got me
2
some water
days
to
to go
drink.
until the election, and
Some
Vice
water.
President Kamala Harris
And
prioritized stopping here at Custom
finally,
Chicken and Waffles in Detroit.
finally straighten
It's
up my
time set aside that
yes.
Detroiters tell me meant quite a bit to them.
I straighten up my living room so I can
Customers
chill.
and community
Use
members
this
at Custom
bookshelf
Chicken and Waffles in Detroit were
to straighten
surprised
up.
by a visit from Vice President Kamala Harris. Crowds everywhere, Secret
My
Service
son is coughing. I
everywhere. You
just
seem like someone that
big
you
one
knew
is
already.
coughing, so I just give him
So it
some
wasn't
meds.
like, well, we're meeting the Vice President. It
Yes,
was more
family.
so
So how
like,
you
oh,
guys
we know
doing?
her.
Good night. Good
She
night.
knows us. I was very
Good
glad
night
we
to
got
one and
this
all.
back from meeting her.
This is
It,
Brazilian
it
Queen.
flew
If you're
anyway.
new to
She
my
came
channel,
in very
I know a lot of you
humble,
new
very
people
genuine,
have to go to
smiling. Harris,
work,
joined by Governor Gretchen
so
Whitmer
you
and
have to
Detroit Mayor
sleep
Mike Duggan, spent time
and
taking
everything.
pictures and posing with Detroiters.
But
Only
whenever
2
time you watch
days
this
until the
video, I just
election,
wanna
and
say
the Vice President
blessings to
chooses
you
to
all. I
spend
wanna
time
send
right
love,
here. What does that
enough
mean to
love,
you?
enough blessing,
It surely means a
enough
lot. It was
prosperity,
big for me
enough
because
everything,
that
rich
showed
in
that we were
everything.
important. It showed that she
Blessings.
cared. It showed that she wanted
Yes,
to actually
guys. So
mesh and
you
gel
know
with the
I'm the
community.
Lion
Part
fan,
of the last-minute
and I'm
election
rocking all
blitz,
blue
Harris
today
also
because
stopped
I
by
know
the
my Lions
Greater
was gonna win, so
Emmanuel
I make sure I put
Institutional
on,
Church of
make
God
sure I
in
put on
Christ
my
in
blue.
Detroit.
You know,
And what a
even
blessing
though
to
they
be
are
here
the
in
Honolulu
Detroit,
blue, but guess what?
the home of
Gold blue is
gospel
blue to
royalty,
me.
as well as
Yes,
Elon
so we won
Barber
the
Shop
game
in
today.
Pontiac and
Congratulations to the
East
Lions.
Lansing. It all comes as
This is your
former
girl,
President
Resilient
Trump
Queen.
spent
I know you
Sunday
guys are
visiting North
resilient over the
Carolina,
years
Georgia,
because
and
there's many hiccups
Pennsylvania,
you
where he
guys
spoke
had
about the current
in the
state of the country.
past.
The image
But
of our country is terrible.
nevertheless,
It's terrible. It's a
you guys
failed
are
country.
sharpening
That's
up your
what it is.
skills.
They view us.
And I know
They
this
view
year,
us as a
you guys, the
nation in
Lions,
decline, but
you
even worse, they
guys
view us as a failed country.
are
We're
going
gonna
to
turn it
do,
around. The image is so bad.
With now hours left until Election Day,
you guys are
each
going to
candidate
outnumber
looking to win the crucial votes that
the
they hope
expectation
will
of
win
many.
them the presidency. I just feel like by
And
her actually coming here
I
and
don't want to call it
allowing
too
people to
early,
get
so
close
I'm
to
just
her,
keeping my
it
tongue
was
rolling,
able to
but I
woo
won't
these
roll
right
it out,
over. Now
okay?
Monday, Trump will
But I
make
want to
his
say a big
final
shout out to
campaign
the
stop in
Lions.
Grand
Big,
Rapids,
big, big,
while
big
Harris
shout
will make
out.
her final stops in Pittsburgh
Yes, it
and
wasn't the big number
Philadelphia.
like the week before, but
Reporting
guess
on
what?
the Illinois
24, I'll
Avenue
take it.
fashion,
Because
Sarah
it's still a
Michaels,
win.
7 News,
24, yeah.
Detroit.
Because we waited.
Millions of
I'm
Michigan voters have
waiting
already
for the
cast
big
their
game.
ballots. The
But
latest data shows
every
more than
blue I
1
can get
million people
into, I'm going to get
participated in
into
early
it.
voting, which ends tonight. Nearly 2
That's my
million
support for them
absentee
because
ballots have already
last
been
year I was
returned. That
too,
puts
too
voter turnout at
excited.
41%
You
already.
know, because
Stay with
I
7 News
thought you
Detroit
guys
for
were going to
real-time election coverage and
just
results from
take us to
across
the Super
Southeast
Bowl. But
Michigan,
then when everything was
online and
coming
on
to
our streaming
Detroit,
app.
and
On
I'm
the
like, you know, they ain't
WXYZ
going to
app,
give
you'll
us three
also
in a
find
row.
our
Where
partners
they
at
win the
Switch News with
NFC, then
reporters deployed to
they
key
win the
battleground states
title,
covering
and
what's
then
happening
Super Bowl
nationally in
whole
the race for
here.
the White
I know
House
they ain't going to
and
do that
control
last year.
of
So,
Congress.
you know, but I was still hyped. So this year, I want to take things slow. I want to still every chance I get put my blue on and just to show you guys respect. And you know, I went to church today. I wear blue today. I wear my blue shoes. I wear blue today, even though it's not the Honolulu blue, but I don't care. It's blue, baby. No, go blue. Go blue, you know. Even the reporter on the TV know how I'm blue. So go blue, baby. So congratulations to all the Lions and to the team that play with the Lions too. Congratulations, because you know you can't play by yourself. So congratulations to everybody. But nevertheless, the Lion came out victorious. So.
Into the mid 50s by tomorrow.
So if you're a
morning.
Lions fan out there, you know.
At the rain showers
You
tomorrow,
know.
and as well as
Rock
on
the
Tuesday,
blue.
and the
Rock
heat
the blue.
expected both days and the
Yeah,
winds too.
you know, that's showing your
Police are investigating
solidarity
a shooting in
and
Detroit that's left 2 people dead and 4 others injured.
I'm just
Shots
hoping
rang
and
out around
praying.
1:30 this morning on Devereaux
I don't want to
near
call
the
it this
intersection
year.
of
I
River
called
Road
it
and
last
McGraw.
year.
Detroit
Actually,
police are not
yesterday,
releasing
today
any
was
other
I was
details at
cleaning
this
up my
time,
living
but if
room
you
and
have
get
any
away with the
information that
rebel.
may help
And I
police,
saw when
call Crime Stoppers at
the 2 team that went to the
1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Super Bowl last year. they
We
were
turn now
saying
to a
if you could
tragic
predict
crash on
who's gonna win, you
I-96
get
that's
a
left
piece of
4
paper and
people
predict.
dead and
And I
17
just
others
found my
injured.
paper
We've been
last
following this
from
investigation
last
all
year who
day.
was gonna
It
win the
happened just
game.
before
I don't
midnight
have it
in
right now with me. I
Weaverville
put
in
it, I
Lake
store
County.
it away anyway.
This stretch of
But I'm
I-96
just
near
saying, you know,
M52 has
and I
been
had
closed
Casey
for
to win the
cleanup,
Super
but is
Bowl,
mostly
which
back
they did.
open now.
Yeah, because the
Video
Lion
from our
didn't make it
viewers
after the
shows this
NFC.
fiery crash.
So,
Crews have been
but this
working
year,
on the
guys,
road
just
when the
keeping the
deadly
fingers
collision
crossed.
happened. 7 News Detroit reporter Faraz
Don't
Javed
call it
brings
too
us a
soon
look
this
at the
year because
aftermath and
you see what's
insights
going to
from
happen. We are
investigators
watching a
about how this
pattern. Well,
tragedy
I am watching a
unfolded.
pattern, and I just want to
I am
see
Faraz
where that
Javed
is
for
going to
7
go.
News
Okay.
Detroit. 4 people are
So
dead,
rock all your
17
blues that you
are
have in your
injured after
closet
a
or whatever.
semi-trailer
You
truck
even if you
crashed
got to
into
sleep in
backed-up
it,
traffic.
we
This
you know
happened just before midnight Saturday on I-96
we keep singing
westbound.
this song.
I'm standing right
All in my
before
mind
the
for the Lions,
M52
and that's a song
intersection.
for the
That's where it
Lions.
happened.
It's
What
been
you
a
can see
long
right
time
behind
coming,
me is Michigan
and I
State
know
Police
change gonna come.
investigating the crash
You know,
as well as the
Lion.
cleanup
So that
efforts
song is
taking
gonna be
place.
for you
The
guys. It's
wreckage
been a
included
long
15
time
vehicles,
coming.
including the semi-trailer
And for
truck.
everybody who
These images
estimate
show
you
some
guys
of the
for
damaged cars
years,
and SUVs
I
we saw
know
being towed away.
that this year you guys are gonna
The
bring
aftermath
it.
only adds to
I
one's
know, but I just don't
imagination
want to
of
call
what
it. I
happened
just don't
Saturday
want to
night.
call it.
What
I
I got
swear I
here,
don't
they
want to
had
call it.
eastbound and
You know,
westbound
and
shut
then
down. They had
the day when
underground
you
who had
guys
shut down.
go to the
Justin
NFC,
McCollum works at the gas
that's the
station
day
next
I'm
to the
gonna do my hair
intersection.
blue, all
Justin
blue.
showed me the security
I will
footage.
not see
At
no dark
11:41
hair.
p.m., you can see
Everything's
the
gonna be blue.
fireball explosion
I'm not gonna
rolling
dye my
down
hair, but I'm
westbound on
literally gonna
I-96.
make it
We had
where you do
stoppers
the
coming
braids so
out. We
you
had
can't see the
Williamson,
blackness. You
Bath,
might see the blackness
Bolivar
just from the root,
responded.
but that's
Westwood
okay.
responded.
You gotta
Michigan
always
State
stay
Police's
true to your
1st
roots,
District
and
Lieutenant Renee
that's my
Gonzalez
roots, the
says
blackness
moments
right
before
there.
the crash, a few MSP
But
units had
I just
closed
want
the
to say a
freeway for
big shout
15
out to the
minutes so
Lions.
that
You
DPD
guys are
workers could pull
showing
power lines
that you
across the
deserve
freeway.
to
We had
be
just reopened the freeway
in
from
whatever
westbound I-96, and at this time,
division,
traffic
whatever
was just starting to
region.
move again. It was a
You
little bit
guys are
backed up,
showing up, and you
and we
guys
had a
are
semi
bringing it.
that was also traveling
And to
westbound.
all
We
the
had a
loyal
trailer on
supporters
it.
out there for the
Came up
Lions and
upon
are
the
roaring
group
for
of
the Lions and
vehicles. It
something.
appears that he didn't
Trust
see
me,
the backup.
they're gonna
He was
make us
stopped in
so
time
proud.
and
We
drove
gonna
into
rock
the
the
group of
we gonna rock
vehicles.
every blue we
That caused
possible
a huge
can. People gonna
collision
be
with a group of
tired of fussing
vehicles,
our blue.
an explosion, and vehicles catching on
Cause
fire.
me, if
Of
even
the four
one blue
kills,
shoes I
3
have, I'm
people
gonna
were
just rock
traveling in
it
the
till I
same
can't
car,
rock it no more.
all related
That's
from
how proud
Lansing.
I
A
am.
46-year-old
And
man
you
along
know,
with 2 women.
when people
20
become
and
the
33
underdog for
year-olds.
years,
The 4th victim, a
you know,
25-year-old
not
man,
to
was
say
from
they haven't
Carson
won in the
City.
past, but
Meanwhile,
it's
the
been a
17
long
injured were
time.
rushed to Sparrow
So
Hospital and
when you
McLaren
become the
Hospital in
underdog
serious
for
condition.
years, or
The
people be
semi-truck
saying
driver
you're
was
no
injured in the
good, you're
crash
no
as well
good,
as
you're no
burned.
good
Lieutenant
because you
Gonzalez
didn't
says the
deliver.
semi-trailer truck, which was carrying produce,
It's just been,
completely burned
it's just a
and
matter of
crushed in the
time.
crash. Is it normal
Time
for
will tell.
power lines to be
And
pulled
last year
across
when
expressways
I even went to the
in
Super
the
Bowl
middle of the
here.
night?
The first day they had
It's the
that
best
Super
time to
Bowl,
do
I
it
was
because the
right
traffic
down
is
there, and
minimal at
what
that
was
time.
so happy,
As
my
the
mom was
investigation
here to
continues, this father of
taking
3
all that
can't begin to
action
imagine
that make
how
it
many
even
lives
more
were impacted by the crash.
There's a
spectacular,
family today
you know,
that are gonna be
and everything.
traumatized
So
for
that
the
was
rest of their
good.
lives
And
because
then this
of
year,
what happened
I
today.
don't know,
In
but
Weatherford,
I know,
Faraz Javed,
I
7 News Detroit.
know what to think. But
Thank
I'm
you,
waiting
Faraz.
till they go to
Stay with 7 News
NFC,
Detroit on air
and then when they
online
go
as
to
we
NFC
continue
and
to
then
follow
won
this
that,
tragic story.
which I know they're going to. But you
Well,
know, any
Monday
game can
marks
play, it's
1
too
year
soon.
since the death of
So
Josh
I'm just gonna
Conant,
keep
and
rocking
loved
my
ones
blue,
are
keep
making
praying
sure
for
he is
them,
never
and
forgotten.
hopefully that,
Conant was the
you know, this
26-year-old
year
man
is
who
some
died outside of a
deliverance, man.
court
It's
here
some
on Guam
miracle.
last year after being
The
held on the
miracle
ground
is
by bouncers.
working right now.
Conant's friends say he was
And
trying to
big
keep
up to
the
their
peace
coach,
when a
Dan
fight broke
Campbell.
out. It's a
Because, you know,
story
that's
that
all we
shocked the
need in
court
life.
here on
Somebody to
community.
believe in us.
Tonight,
When somebody
family and
believe in
friends
you,
held a candlelight vigil
you'll
where
be
we
surprised
spoke
how
with
much you can
Conant's
move
mother.
mountains, you know?
I will
Because
never,
sometimes you believe
ever
in
forget
yourself, but you have a
the
little
early
doubt
morning phone call
because of what
to
happened in the
get to the
past, or
hospital that
maybe the
something's
way you
wrong
were
with my
raised,
son.
like you
And
no
I
good, you no
will
good,
never,
you this, you that,
ever,
you ain't coming to no good,
ever
you know?
forgive
Because sometimes when them kids, even as young as early as they start move about and they start get trouble, you get on your nerve. Sometimes experiences you do have a little doubt sometime, and not realizing that they can change, not realizing that change will come, but we have to pray with those children so change can come. So just like the lions, they're in this dark, I heard people call them the peacat and everything. I don't want to call them that. I want to believe in them, and just like the coach Dan Campbell believe in them. I remember when they did his first interview with him, and he get recruited to come here as the top coach, and they asked him a question. I said, how is he gonna make such a team come back and everything? And I think his words were, I'm not sure, don't back me exactly on that because I'm probably paraphrasing right now, was like, just watch and see. We're gonna take these boys. I know in the beginning it's gonna be rocky, but they're gonna come right back up where they needs to be. You know, after over 30 years, they just went to the NFC last year from 1987, I think, and they went to the NFC. So what more could we ask? You know, it's just to continue to support them and support them with just true intention, not just have a mixed heart. You know, if you're gonna be a supporter, don't have no mixed heart, because when you have mixed heart, then you won't get lemonade then, because you're mixing something else, mixing something else with something to get lemonade. That's how you get lemonade. It's either your lime or your lemon. You know what I mean? So let's think about what you are to the Lions, so that we need this win. You know, we need this change to come. We need to be hearing this song being a long time coming, and I know change won't come. You know what I mean? That's okay. Okay. They say we're two or whatever are gathered. God is still in the midst. You ain't worried about that. God is good all the time. You know what I mean? But let's hope and pray that this year all the blues can be dazzling. You know, I'm just picturing. I'm just picturing how the Lions is really gonna take us to the next level. I'm literally picturing it, but I don't want to call it. It's too soon. Let's wait till we go to the NFC, then we can say yes. I appreciate, you know, but we ain't worried. You know, they say we're two or more gathered. It's still blessing. If one come, it's still blessing. If zero come, it's still blessing. We all start from zero to count. So it's a blessing either or. You know what I mean? So we can't worry. You know? It's like a man start a business and you never know if his business is gonna be productive or not. He just know he have a vision, he have a mission, and he said, let's work with it and see. And to his surprise, he didn't even know it was gonna be a multi-million-dollar company later on. He was just doing something because he had a vision and he had a mission, and he had the ideas and he had the thoughts and he had the wherewithal, and he just said, let's do something. And he didn't know it was gonna take off like that. He know it was gonna take off, but not to that magnitude. You know what I mean? So growth is a wonderful thing. Sometimes it don't come one time, boom. You know what I mean? But you have to appreciate the people who come in and still take the necessary step to stop by and show love and show appreciation and show their gratitude, you know, because I'm just sitting here in my living room with a junky bookshelf that I need to organize, but that's okay. But we're talking about the Lions, it's not about me. I'm just rocking my book. We won today, so you know, if you're a Lion fan, jump into the comment. Let me know if you're a Lion fan. No heartache to the rest of fans out there that celebrate anything else, but I'm just who I am. You know what I mean? And then I'm a Leo too, so so we're just talking about these Lions, and you know, when you see progress and a coach that believe in his team, you know, the first time when he come, you know, that's all it takes, man. Just somebody to believe in you. It don't take a bunch of people, you know. All it takes is that one good person that have a heart of a lion or have a heart of a gold to believe in you, and then they will help to gradually take you from this dark place in your life to this light that you know was there, but just on your own you were struggling, you know. But that's all I need is to just take that one person. And Dan Campbell was that one person. You know, he might be cocky, but at the same time, when you look and see what this man is doing, he earned that. You know what I mean? And it's not just him alone, it's a team effort. You know? But if he's a big man up there and everything, and he have to help, you know, kind of generate things around here and around there for everybody to come together and be unified. Come on, man. That's all it takes. I remember listening to his interview then. I don't And what I say, yes, this is the man that's gonna take the Lion to the next level. And I remember I called a couple Lions fans, and some of them reaction was good, and some of them, majority of them reaction was kind of like a bit nasty. Like, no, we know the Lions like this. They been that for years. You know, they be playing good till the end. Blah blah blah. But I'm saying all it takes, man, is just you to believe.
And I approve this message.
You know, just believe. If you believe that they will get there, they will get there. That's a way to show support. If you believe that, yes, somebody might be at the grassroots level now and they're struggling and everything, but all it takes is you to believe. You know, it's like since night after I came home from church. Well, after church was over, I went to go check on my old neighborhood there that I used to live in, not too far. And because I was in church with anyway, giving testimony, and one of the ministers who used to drive the bus to go pick us up before I was driving or anything, he normally went and checked on everybody where he know they live, and he got the sad news that one of the church members had passed away. She used to come to church, but she had on and off, you know, because of health issues. And only to find out that she passed away last night. She took sick and she passed away. She went to the hospital and then she passed away. So I went over that neighborhood because I know them very well and everything. And I went and go show my respect. But when I went and knocked on the door, the next person wasn't there. And then I waited at another neighbor house that I knew. And when I said I was ready to go home, you see how God worked in this serious way. As soon as I said to the other neighbor, you know what, I'm ready to leave now because I have some work to do for my son. Then as soon as I get to the back to head to the car, I saw the lady husband coming. And I say, hey. At this time, I don't even know the man. I'm used to the lady. I'm used to him, but not knowing his name. That's so funny. But not really bad. And I say, hey. And I walked over to him and I, give him my condolence and give him my respect and everything. And he said because it's so soon or anything, it just happened yesterday, which is last night, so she went into the hospital and then that was it. So, life is short and in this world we just have to just do what we can and do our endeavor best. To strengthen ourselves and check on our neighbors, check on our friends, check on our family, even our enemies, because sometimes they're battling and sometimes some of them are not enemies, they're just battling with whatever they're battling with. If you have to stand afar away to say, hey, how are you, man? Hey, girl, how are you? That's all it is, kids. We all struggle. You know what I mean?
I was married.
So such is life.
All my
Yeah, that was that.
It's my family's history.
And then I was asking my other neighbor now, because I know they're big on the Lions too. So I was asking him, how you think the Lions gonna do today? He said, man, they look so good, man. They're gonna win. I said, good. That's the spirit we want. It's tired of hearing, oh, they've been the underdog for years. That's in the past. We're talking about the current now, the present. We can't keep looking back at what happened 10 years ago. If you see growth now, just strengthen that growth. Make it blossom into what we want at the end. And it's for them to have that Super Bowl and say, yes, have that belt. And they can synchronize and we all our blues, we can start rock the bed, rock wherever we going, you know what I mean? And feel good, showing the love wherever you are in this world and your team out there, you gotta support them. And I've always, when I found out that the Lions were blue, and I said blue is for peace, that's one, and they're the Lions and I'm the Leo, which is Augusto, and I'm like, that's the team I'm gonna select. And when I select them, within those years that I am here, I remember every game they lost, man, people dog them. They got no use, they ain't this, they ain't that, but I'm saying, all you gotta do is keep believing, because I remember I said to somebody, I think in 2019, I said to someone that, one day, we're gonna be surprised. These lions that you guys are talking bad about, they ain't got no use, man. We lose off them and blah blah blah. You same one gonna turn your mouth around and say I'm proud of them. They're gonna deliver this year, people. I won't tell you when they're gonna deliver, but they're gonna deliver. You know, they reached thus far last year, and that's last year. This year,
once we get into the evening, that's when we'll see now.
my laugh probably said it all. You know, I don't want to. I want to utter no further. We want to let them take their little baby steps, the way they're taking it, and chop, 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 chop,
Second half of the week,
and go up the ladder, step, step by step. Step by step, and let's rise with them. So in the end, we can feel proud of our blue. So we're not just rocking the blue to be hypocrites against them. You know, we're rocking the blue because we were there supporting them. Whether you're in your living room watching your TV, that's supporting them. Whether you're at the tail party downtown, wherever you are around, supporting them. You know what I mean? So you can't listen. This is the year. If you don't have your lion gears, I got a few gears I got for Christmas last year. I'm saving them for the last. Save the best for last. But listen, if you don't have your lion gear, this is the year you want to captivate and having some of those lion gears. Okay, if you're a lion fan and you watch it from the side and you're not yet have a lion gear, this is the year you need to go get your lion gear. Okay. Favor shirt, you need to get it. Say something about the lion, huh? Before I have a read, I gotta put back my read that I got. You know, trust me. Lion fans that agree with me, you guys know. You just gotta be. Don't even say nothing. Just enjoy the ride and support the lion. I remember everything's come from right in here. Huh? Right in here. Gotta be a lion, man. You know, you gotta root for those underdogs. They're coming, baby. They're coming. I just can't wait to see when they bring back that blue love. Everywhere you walk, you see that blue love. You see those cars that paint their cars lion, and everywhere you go now, you see even McDonald's, you get a McDonald's cup, you see the lion on there. You walk somewhere now, you see a mat on the ground, you see something about the lion. So let me tell you something. The love is out there, and the love is powerful. And one thing cannot break love is one person. You gotta take a team of you to break that love. Because the bond that is bonding right now. And for this year, you know, I haven't gone downtown. I probably go downtown once to see, you know, I was going for a game and miss it. And then the Lions was going on. But I just told myself, I remember one of my neighbors is a big fan of the Lions, and they were having a tailgate party. He said, you ain't going on there. I said, you know what? Last year I was too excited. I don't know how I don't get evicted. I was so excited last year, so I said, you know what? This year I'm just gonna chill. It's not normal. I'm just gonna chill, you know, in a milliconness until NFC time. So when NFC time, that's when I'm gonna roll. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And then from there, that's when the excitement gonna be hype. And then worse, when they reach the NFC, they make it NFC. And they're in the NFC, that's when I'm going to get my hair done and things done. You know, God's willing, and hopefully by then, by those times, you know, things get changed around. But we ain't worried about that now. We're talking about the Lions. All you Lions fans out there, if you're not yet having something rocking for the Lions, I think you should start now. Because you're in it for a wild surprise. And for all the doubters that are still saying they're Lion and on the borderline, iffing and butting, this year is not the year for you to be iffing and butting. This is the year you need to change your mind and only choose. Where the Bible says you cannot serve two masters and mammon, so you need to choose one. This is not the if year. This is not the but year for you. This is the year you need to get your gears, get yourself together, start preparing. God's willing, life lasts. We have to say God's willing, life lasts. We don't know. We're still in 2024. The Super Bowl is not till next year, and all these big games is not till next year. So we still have to say 2020 if life lasts. You know, I mean, always put God first because you know He's the author for our life. We could be here today and not here tomorrow. So, but just remember, you know what I mean. But this is the year. Take the if out, take the butt out. And I know my cup is red, but no worries. It's really because of last year. You know, when they didn't go to the Super Bowl, I had to make a decision between the two teams that was playing, and I made it between this one. So you know which one was this. So.
In the third, Detroit in Packers territory again, and they're going to be driving the ball well.
But you know, guys, go out and get your blues. Whatever you need to do. If you have your home and you're a Lion fan, show that you're a Lion fan. You know, I know a lot of tips are expensive, but guess what? I know a lot of crafty person. You see these 10 fingers that God gave to us? I know a lot of people who are crafty. Very crafty, you know?
Since the 1980s.
I know this. I'm not
Oh, he said trust no one.
You see football out in the elements.
He said trust no one. I'm sorry. Take my big face up in the camera.
We can play anywhere. We can play in the snow, we can play in the rain, play in the mud.
And I love the coach. I was just listening to the coach and he said, listen man, we could play in the snow, we could play in the mud. And I tell you, that's confident up in there, but that's confident, you know. That's confident, man, you know. That's very much confident coach right there. You got to pat him on the shoulder. Virtually pat that man on his shoulder. He said we can play. Because that's cockiness as well as knowing your team. Know what they're capable of. You know what I mean?
And the foul in the process to give Detroit their first lead since the first quarter. In the fourth game,
why don't I take my money then? I don't do DoorDash, I don't do Grubhub, I don't do none of that. I just love it. Trust no one, you know. You gotta live either way. Whether you trust someone or not, you gotta live. You know what I mean? You still gotta live. Just like I'm talking about the Lions, whether they win or lose, we still gotta live. We still gotta love them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So such is life. You can't win to lose in this world, baby. No matter what.
As for the Wolverines, they just struggled to move the ball once again. But that's
this is some nice cold water I'm drinking. You know, just to avoid the sweets. I just eating some watermelon and yeah, but I have 2 good books here I'm about to go read and stuff like that. So yeah. And then I'm planning to cut my boys here because they don't want to hear to come. And I started the screaming. Yeah. You know, I try to, you know, make sure they hear nice, but man. But anyway, such is life. Such is life. So how are you? If you guys are Lion fan, let me know. But don't say anything about the Lion. We want to watch and see what's going to happen. We want to see the play out. We want to just keep supporting and just keep strengthening the Lion and let them know love, love, love all over. Love, love, love. We don't want to give away too much, you know what I mean? We want to have a little bit of smile. Look, I have too much. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, that's why I say you gotta live, you know, either way. Win or lose, you gotta win. You gotta live same way, you know what I mean? It's life, you know. You're gonna have things that really don't make no sense, and you're gonna have things that really make sense, and you're gonna have things that are, you know what this song says, so and then do this song say so such is life, you know. You just gotta live. You only have one life, just live it. Because if we live by everything, we gonna be in trouble, you know what I mean?
But you know what's really insane?
John James supported a plan that would ban all abortions.
He even opposed.
Oh yes. So well, some people have to set boundaries, while some just blatant tell you this is this and this is that, you know. So everybody journey ain't gonna be the same. Everybody transition ain't gonna be the same. Everybody priority ain't gonna be the same. You know, everybody life ain't gonna be the same. But guess what? We still gotta live. You know what I mean? wherever you are in life, we still gotta live. You know, some people own their car, some people paying car notes, some people paying mortgage on their house, some people own their house, don't own nothing. Some people driving a car don't own nothing, but still like insurance you have to do it every month. Or if you have fortunate enough, you can pay it every 6 months, so you have 6 months of headache not to worry about. You know what I mean? Such is life. You know, you win, you lose some. You can't win everything. You can't lose everything. It's life. So it's what it's about. But when you find the what they call that thing, when you find the formula for what works for you, then you will realize that, you know what, I think this is it. And it do take years to really understand that this is it. You know what I mean?
Mike Rogers sold us out to the drug companies. Winston's responsible for the content.
Oh yes, I got my Bible. I always got my Bible. Always got my Bible. My Bible is my power. Always. But I'm not the person who gonna come out every day and talk about my Bible. And sometimes I have to be in secret with the Lord, because there are some things I need to talk to Him about that you don't need to share to the world. It's just like you have your life. You ain't gonna share everything with it about your life with the world. You know what I mean? Something have to be secret. You know, just between you and God. You know, just between you and your partner. Just between you and your friend. Just between you and yourself. You know, so you gotta remember something still gotta be. God is not a secret. But some things I want to talk to Him about doesn't mean I must blow it out in the air. Then I'm not talking to Him then. You know?
Traumatized, scarred for life.
And that take years of growth to understand that, you know, some things you gotta whisper, yeah, they say whisper prayer to God. You gotta whisper some things. Like today, when I went to church and they had this minister and he was praying and he was talking about the banana. He said, how many of you have banana in your purse? And none of us said anything. And so
Wants to ban nearly all abortions, or the convicted embezzler with over half dozen run-ins with the law. Turns out it's both. If Ron Robinson wins, we all lose.
oh yes, well maybe you could type it in the chat and then we read it out for you. But my Bible is right here.
Thank you so much for staying
Got my
with us.
Bible
I'm
right
Whitney
here.
Burney. Millions of Michigan voters have already cast their
Got my Bible
ballots.
right here.
The latest data shows more
But
than
we're
1
not
million people
gonna go in
participated
there.
in early
No, we're
voting,
just
which
talking about the
even
lines
today,
right now or
nearly
something.
2 million absentee
You know what I mean?
ballots have
God
been
is
returned.
always in the
But
midst,
one
you know.
woman in West Bloomfield
You can't
says
forget it.
her ballot
No
was
matter what,
almost
you cannot
lost.
forget about
She
it.
reached out to us
You know,
for
right now I
help
got
because
2
she
books
got
to
a
read.
phone call saying
What are
that her
these books
ballot
talking about?
was
See there?
invalid. And it
This
turns
is
out she's
one
not
book
alone.
here, say
7 News Detroit reporter
Jesus
Sarah
Calling,
Michaels took
and
her
the other one
concerns
right
to the
here.
Secretary of
So these
State.
are, you know, message books. So I'm gonna read them when I'm finished. You know, I already put my thing here in the book. What they call the bookmarker. To mark it so I know which page to go on. And one of the things I'm gonna read about is learn to enjoy what's in front of you. So, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do when I'm done. So I got my stuff together. I got my things going on, you know. But something sometimes you have to do it for yourself, you know.
Signature didn't match what was on file. And I had to sign a paper or either come into their office to verify my signature.
I took Fluker's story to West Bloomfield
Yeah.
Township Clerk Debbie Binder.
So
to find out
you see
exactly
what the
happened.
message is saying, you see? So, you know, everybody interpretation of the message gonna be different because no one people understanding of a message gonna be the same. Doesn't mean you can't arrive on the other end with the same answer or the same conclusion, you know. Just different way of concluding. So such is life, you know what I mean? And a man who read the Bible for himself will understand in his own way, in his own right, you know. So it's life, but
And that's just in West Bloomfield.
we're just talking
Months at
to
the township
make sure we want the
office, Fluker
Lions to
was
get
able
to the next
verify
level.
my
And
signature,
many
but
things have
she
to
does
whisper to
worry
God.
about
So the
what
man was talking
happened, that she never
about
answered that call from San Jose.
peeling the
And I told the
banana,
gentleman,
and
thank
he
you
was
for
saying
telling
that
me, but I thought it was a
even
scam.
though
I took
he was
massive
using the
concern to
banana as
Secretary of
a
State
like as
Jocelyn
a
Benson. What would you want her to know?
reference
Because they said
or
they got a
emphasis,
couple
and he
they
was
were
saying,
talking. I think
how
it was
many of
scam.
you
Well, a
eat the
couple of
skin of
things.
the
One,
banana?
you can go
You
to
know, but everybody
Michigan.gov to
said
check your
no.
If you're
Oh,
voting from
or whatever.
home
And he
and you're
said,
returning your
in
ballot
order
through
to
the mail,
get to the
you should go to
inside of the banana, you have to break the
michigan.gov/vote
top
to
off.
confirm that your
Then you
ballot was
peel. Do
received.
you
And if you
peel
have any
everything at one
questions,
shot?
contact your clerk
And
proactively.
everybody said no. You
Told
know
me
you
that
just take your
voters can
time.
also sign up for the
Sorry, you
exact
just
same
take your
site
time
to
and you
receive alerts
peel.
from the
Take
Secretary
your
of
time
State
and you
when your
peel.
ballot
Take your time and you
status
peel.
changes.
So he was
According
saying
to her,
that
this has become a more
sometimes we're
recurring
praying
situation since the Secretary of
and
State
we're
went
praying
from paper
prayers,
to
and
electronic signatures
he
for
used one
driver's
of the prayers that
licenses.
we,
She says that if, like
he used
Fluker,
something
you
they
vote
say that
absentee,
sometimes we
be
even pray
on
for the
alert because
neighbor or
if there
somebody
is a
who's
problem,
messing
they
with
will
us
not only
for God
call
to
you, but they
destroy
will
them or
mail and they
whatever.
will email
And he
you as
said
well.
As much as it is
when
their responsibility,
those
we do try to
message
make sure
when
that
those prayers
everybody
went up
is,
now,
informed and does have the
he said he
ability
will
to appeal.
appeal to
In
get to
Detroit,
the root
Sarah
of the
Michaels,
issue,
7
basically. I'm
News, Detroit.
paraphrasing exactly. I'm
Detroit
paraphrasing. And he
organizations are
said,
working to spread the word about election day. So
you praying a
every
prayer
voter
to
has a
destroy
chance
the
to make
person
their
who
voice heard.
destroy you
Detroit
or hurt
Action
you.
and Popular
He said God will
Democracy unveiling
remove that
this
prayer.
mural today on McKinn Street in Verner.
And
Artist
because that's
Southwest
a kind of
Freddy is
selfish
behind
prayer,
the
that's what
piece.
he said.
It's a part of a
You know,
series
but
of
everybody
artworks
interpretation
commissioned by
will be
Popular
different.
Democracy, aiming to
You know,
encourage the
because
community to
that's
get
how God
connected
made us, to
and to
have
vote.
different interpretation of
Other things that I
stuff, to
wanted to do was make
think
sure that
differently,
we came
so we
something
can combine
that had a
things
stronger
together to see
meaning than
right
just
from wrong.
getting
You
people
know,
to
that's how
vote.
you split
Wanted
right from wrong. You
this
don't
to
just
just
say
feel
yes to
nice,
what
you know,
this
give us
person
an experience
says.
for us
You
as
gotta
a
read for
people,
yourself.
as a community, as
And he was
boys,
saying that
to
God
get
will
that unity
pick
aspect of
from
our
all that
community
prayer
next
that we pray now. We need the car, we
We
need
want
the
to make
house, we
sure
need the
you're
land,
prepared for
we
election
need the
day. On our
family, we need
website, you
this, we
can
need
check if
that.
you're registered
But
to
he
vote,
said the
find
prayer
your
that is
polling
going to be
location,
sincere and
and can do
genuine
a
and come
sample
from the
ballot.
heart.
Just go
That's
to
the prayer the angel will
wxyz.com and
take
search
to
voter
God,
guide.
and then God will send it to his father,
In an update now,
so he
in the
can
case
get
of a 3-year-old
sent
boy
there, so
shot
the
in the
angel
stomach
can
in
take it
Detroit,
back
his
to
father is now
distribute
charged
wherever
for
it
not
needs to
storing his
distribute.
gun safely.
So he said,
We
even
first
though we
brought you
want
this
to
story as
pray and
breaking news
something, we still
Wednesday
have
on
to
7 News
pray for
Detroit.
others
The
and
Wayne County
hopeful
Prosecutor's
for the
Office
best of
says the
others and everything,
child
but we still
found
have
his
to be
father's
careful that
gun and
we're
fired
not
it,
selfish in
hitting
how we're
himself in the
praying.
stomach. The boy is okay. 29-year-old Richard Williams is now charged with unsafe storage causing injury. Williams
No,
could face up to 5 years in prison
but
under
I know
Michigan's safe storage
some
laws.
stuff that people are saying or something,
Inside,
and
police
I don't
confirmed
really
Michigan
go
State
into the
Police shot and
biblical
killed a
aspect of anything
17-year-old.
much, and that's
Investigators say
why
the teen was
I'm not
armed
really
and ran away from
talking
troopers
about
who were
that
on
right here. We're
patrol.
just
A
talking about
loaded
the
pistol was
Lions
found
game
at the
and how
crime
they
scene. The
did
troopers
wonderful and
involved have
everything.
been placed
You
on
know,
leave
as I
per
said,
MSP
everybody gonna have
policy
their own
as that
interpretation
investigation
of this. Everybody
continues.
gonna have their own interpretation of anything, you know.
As we
And
settle
it's
into
life.
fall,
That's what
many
make
of
up
us are
this
dealing
world.
with
That's
sneezes,
what make up the
coughs, and
difference. That's
sniffles.
what make
We
up
recently
the
told you about
same.
2
That's
cases
what
of
make up
whooping cough
this,
at
because
Dakota High
everybody ain't
School
gonna
in
be the
Macomb
same.
County and
Everybody ain't
other
gonna be
cases in
different.
Washtenaw
Everybody will be
County.
different.
So,
Everybody
how
will
do
be
you know if
unique,
your
and
symptoms are
everybody
something more
perspective,
serious than
ideology
allergies?
will be
7 News Detroit
very
anchor
different.
Keenan Smith is sharing
Well, go on.
insights
What
from a
up? What up?
DOC doctor
Welcome.
about when it's time to seek
You know,
professional
so
help, and a mother of 5 about
I
how
think
she
when it come on
manages
to
fall illness.
religion, politics, and
If you're a parent,
certain
you
things
probably
that
heard your kid
can
get a
be
cough, a
triggering
sniffle,
to
or maybe
some,
even a sneeze.
I
After all,
stay
kids
away
are
from
back in
it.
school.
If I
There's
need
so
to pray
much
to my
going
God,
around right now.
I pray in a
Seasonal allergies,
confined little
cough,
space.
cold,
You know what I
flu,
mean?
COVID,
If I need to talk to my
coronavirus,
God
it can
about
be a
anything,
lot. Well,
as
I
I
just spoke
said,
to a doctor
I
at
don't need
Children's
to
Hospital in
use
Michigan to link which
this
symptoms to
platform to
which
talk to
illnesses
God,
and
because I
to highlight
believe if
when
I'm
it's
talking
time
to
to
God,
get
it
help.
should be in a
It's
secret
fall
place.
in
It should not
Michigan,
be
and the
all
beautiful
out there
virtual
as
colors
if,
that make
you
our
know,
state an
I'm
early
not a
destination
pastor
can
or
also be a
anything.
source of
So I'm a
congestion, itchy
believer of
eyes,
God.
and
I
sneezing.
am not
But with
yet,
autumn
I have
allergies
not
in
yet
bloom
taken the
and
leap
the
of
start of
faith
the cold and
to
flu season,
become
how
a
can you
true
tell if
child
what
of
you
God
or
in
your
terms
kids
of
have
when
are
you,
just
you know,
allergies
when you
or something
baptize and
more
everything and
serious?
give your
For
life to
parents,
God.
it can
And
be a
so for
challenge.
their
And if you
for
get
those
homes, especially if
reasons,
it's
were you gonna say?
bad, if it's to the
What the
point
shark
where
would say, for those
they're
reasons,
missing
I'm
moving
out.
around, or just need that extra love
You
or that
know,
extra attention.
I met
until, you
Latrice
know,
Butler,
because
a
I
mother of
think when you're
5, and
going to
her
talk about
10-year-old son
politics,
Antoine in
religion,
Midtown
and
Detroit.
stuff like that,
Latrice says
and
with years
everybody
of
believes
experience in
can be
healthcare
very
and as a
different,
mom,
very
managing and
different.
deciphering fall
You know,
illnesses gets
you
easier.
want to
But
talk
she
about
says it
those
still
things
requires
when
patience,
everything
close
to you
attention.
Yeah,
from
but he's
your
10,
world,
he's
which
more
in
aware,
you
he's
read the
cognitive,
Bible,
he
you read about
understands
politics, you
when
study
his body
politics,
is
you study the
going through
Bible,
something
you
that is
study
not
this, you study
normal.
other
Birth
and
experts
all
like
these things.
DNC
You want to
pediatrician
know
Dr.
that you
Kevin
have those
Daisy
kind of
encouraged patients to pay
foundational,
close attention
factual
to their child's
information.
symptoms, even
So
if
even,
they're managing
yes,
those
quoting
illnesses at
something from
home.
the good
He says
scripture,
know when the
but then you
symptoms
can quote
started,
it and
how
then
long
your
they've been around, and how
interpretation
they're
of it could
changing.
be
I want to know
off.
where
Not
it's
say it's wrong because it's your own interpretation, but it's all from the reality of people who would have studied and become a minister or a pastor or anything. You know, I would rather go sit with a minister and say, explain these things to me or whatever. Not to say I can't explain it to myself, but I want clarity. You know, when you want clarity, you go to your teacher. If you get something wrong, you say, teacher, how come did I get this wrong? And he say 1 + 1 = 2. But maybe you didn't even see the sign that it say 1 - 1 equal how much? But because we are so in tune to plus, we believe everything is plus. You see where I'm going? So certain things I leave alone. If I want to talk about how God have done things for me, yes. If I want to say be blessed, stay positive, yes, you know. But certain things you have to learn how to navigate to, you know. So everybody different. If you're in that arena and want to talk about those things, beautiful, you know, amazing. But to each its own, to God be the glory. Great things he has done.
for oxygen exchange to not occur very often. And that inflammation is responsible for the telltale whooping sound during inhalation. So when should you get help? First, if your child's cold appears to be getting worse after a week, or your child has a really harsh cough and appears to have a hard time
Everybody
speaking,
mindset
or
different from
can't catch their
Asian
breath
days. You
even
just
at
know
rest. Those
people are
people
becoming more
some
knowledgeable and
reasons seem quite
educated
okay,
about what is right or
because
how
they
they
don't have much
feeling.
time to
Right, some people back in the days never used to express their feeling like how the younger generation are expressing their feeling, and that's the honest truth. People nowadays are becoming more powerful, and you see what is happening in society. People are not really afraid to hid in the dark. A lot of people still in the dark, but a lot of people are crawling out slowly but surely to speak their truth and stand up for what they believe in and everything and fight for what they believe in. And one of those ways you can go out and do it too is go out on Tuesday. If you're in America, go out and vote peacefully for what you believe in. Yeah? If you believe that this one is gonna tell you what you want to hear and you believe in that, then go out and vote. If this one is gonna tell you over here, say, okay, the grass is green and this is a plain field over here, and you don't have to worry about anything that will swipe away your debts or whatever, go out. You're gonna have two choices. Go out if you're in America and vote. But remember, if you're not legal to vote, don't do it. You can support your fellow peoples who are your friends and encourage them to go vote and vote. They have their decision made already, but it's never too late to be supportive or anything. And just be responsible going out there, and remember, everybody perspective go different. Because you're gonna have people who come in from this side, and you got a person who coming from this side. Some of you might buck up at the same place. We're in two different colors. You're gonna have two different perspectives. You see what I'm saying? So these things have been for ages. Even in Jamaica, when it's election time in Jamaica, you have the orange and you have the green. You know what I mean? And yes, I could be your cousin, and you could be my uncle or my aunt or whatever. But they come for voting. Me and you on two different sides. You know what I mean? So we just have to know what to do and go out there and do what we have to do. Make your vote count. Once you can make it count, go out and make it count. If you can't make it count, encourage others that are around you that can make it count. Make it count. Make it happen. Choose wisely. We're becoming more smart and more knowledgeable and know what we stand for, what we believe in. How is this gonna make our life better or anything? And many of us nowadays are standing up. I listen to the news. I'm a current kind of person. So go out and do what you guys gotta do. And to each his own.
Donald Trump wants more tax cuts for billionaires, and Trump's abortion bans mean 1 in 3 women live without basic health care.
Are you a person of Christ or what? Because your name don't suggest that. But you sure be up here with God, a lot of scriptures and stuff, but your name, you probably need to change your name because you're kind of off. In this essence, if you're going to talk about God so much, you probably need to change your name. Cause, I think in Matthew, is it Matthew 23 or Matthew 24, you say you can't serve two masters and mammon. So you need to choose either or, So pouring out the scriptures is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, your name needs to be fixed. If you're going to be a child of God, bringing message to people, because this is one thing we got to remember. If you're going to say you're a child of God, you need to walk the part. You need to look the part. You need to dress the part. You don't just need to be on one hand trying to tell me about God, and then your signature is not really meaning up to that. It's like I'm reading it now, and if I should take the last name off and just read it with that and put the letter G with the other two letters on there, is like, so so we gotta be careful, gotta be very careful, because in life, if you want to bring message across to the nation and want the nation to listen to you, it's just like now we have two party going to the poll to cast a ballot to see who's gonna win on November 5th, and if one person is all bringing up this and bringing up that, so when you want to be a child of God, you have to make sure what they said, and this is in the Bible too.
nearly 17
Just remember
years
exactly where
beginning
right now,
a
but for
career
everybody
for
who know
vandalism
that,
and decay.
they say you have to learn
Brady
to pick the
Elementary
beam
is
out your eye
finally
before you pick
being
it out of
boarded up
somebody's
once
eye.
again.
Because,
Baby.
your words are
According to
powerful.
Johnson, once
You know,
more
words are
calls of
powerful because the
Brady
Bible
and
even tell you
recalls
power is
how
in your
beautiful
tongue.
the property
And that's why
once
some
was.
things, it's not that people don't want to talk about it, but those things can be tough, you know. And then looking at you, throwing out all the scripture, and then I heard a voice say, take a look at the name, and I'm saying yes.
Floor, broken glass, and even a tree is growing on the roof.
It's just a shame to see that it's gone down.
I don't know about that because I don't go to church that pastor tell me that we will have a lot of money or anything. I don't do that.
It's open to the elements and it's open
Because you gotta remember you are the church. Hope you know that you're the church. You thought the building that you go to worship is not the church, it's
Events
you.
like this provide
So,
insight into how their work helps to keep
even if I would never tell you who I'm going to vote for. And as a matter of fact, I'm not talking politics. I'm just saying, we just gotta go. If you want to cast, and if you want to make your voice heard, go out there and do what you gotta do. You know, go out there and make changes if you can. Go out there and make changes. You know what I mean? Change will come if you want changes. Go out there and make changes. But I will never tell anybody if I can vote. I will never tell anybody who I'm voting for. That's between me and the party I'm gonna vote for. It's not to be broadcast.
West Side and Peter Maxwell, 7 News, Detroit.
I'm Christiana Ford in Romeo, talking to community members about their grassroots.
Everybody gonna have their own version of who should they vote for, anything,
and turn
So
it into something for the future.
just go out and make your
And their
number count.
push
That's all.
To raise tens of thousands of dollars this week.
Once you have the ability and you have you can vote. Go out there and make your number count and support whatever party you're supporting. You just make sure whatever you're supporting is something that's gonna resonate with you and something that's on there that you want, and it's gonna benefit not just you but the population at large and everything. So make your choice. Go out and vote. Make your choice count, people, and just make it peacefully. You're gonna have two different teams out there.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Way too many.
So just go out there and do what you guys gotta do, Such is life.
Nobody even
Such is life, Life, you can strengthen one way or the other. Just go out and do what you guys gotta do, peacefully. You don't have to tell the world who you gonna vote for, who should they vote for. Everybody have a mind, and your mind is a powerful thing. And if you tell you to vote for X, you're gonna vote for X. If you tell you to vote for Y, you're gonna vote for Y. So there's no question about that. So go out and make yourself count. If you think Trump is gonna stand as president, go out and make sure you count in that number, it's like talking, if I win the lottery, what I would do, but you never buy it. So talking, if in President Trump is gonna be the president, but you're not voting, make sure you vote, okay? Not just talk about it, just make sure you vote, So that's what life is about, Don't just talk the talk, because one, you have so many young children nowadays growing up, teenagers now are paying attention. College students who are college students now, they're paying attention to what's going on around them very much. And everything. So if we're gonna talk on platform that are platform out there and stuff, we have to make sure everything we're talking about is not just opinion, and that's why certain things I leave, we leave it alone, because if you don't have all the facts,
throw a Hail Mary.
so we can just talk about the Lions. Woohoo! We're about to win the game. Woohoo! Yeah, we won the game today. So yes, I can say yes, we won the game today. We ain't talking about the future games because we haven't reached a threshold yet. We haven't reached a threshold yet, people. You know what I mean? So back to the Lions, back to reality, back to life, back to everything.
74 degrees set back in 2015. As we get into
and even if you have a platform and anybody come on there and saying stuff, and
we'll see if we can get to that point.
it's kind of a sensitive topic to you, you don't have to indulge in it or anything. You can just let them know your honest opinion of how you feel about something. Doesn't mean that, because you don't want to start something that you won't be able to
towards the
Well, that
second half of
dig
the day,
deeper
but we
into,
are
you
gonna
know,
keep
you're
the
just
showers
talking
across the
surface
region
level or
as
opinion.
we move into
Opinion
tomorrow,
don't
and
always
especially
work
early.
in
Plenty of
life.
clouds
You
across
have to
the
have
area
something to
too.
really
We keep
back
the
it up, you know
showers
what I
through
mean?
midday
Like today,
tomorrow. A
now I
little bit
can wear
more
my
there,
blue one
more
come and say,
sparse as
yes,
we
the
get towards
lion
the
won
evening, but
today.
we keep the clouds
Even
up
though I had said,
as
yes, the
most
lion's
of
gonna
Monday
win
night
because I wear
remains
blue today,
fairly
go to
dry,
work.
still
Him will
cloudy,
go to work.
and then
I
we
wear blue,
continue
go to
to move
church
into
today because I know the
Tuesday.
lion was
Tuesday,
gonna win.
best chance for
But
nearly
then now
later
the
in the day with
lion
the
won.
final
That's
passage of a
factual
cold front
information
mid
now
through
because
the
now
evening. And
anybody
behind
who
that
don't know
front,
what the lion is, they
everything
can go
changes for the
research
second
and say,
half of the
yes,
week. Some
it's
for the
true.
better, and the fact that it
The
is going
lion
to
do
be that close
24
to
to
average.
14.
Also, some lighter winds across the
Was
region.
that
Not too much
24 to
sunshine, so
14? I
overall,
think
more
so,
so for the
yes.
better,
But
more
I know the
average for
lion
this
did
time of year.
24.
Let's talk
Eh?
temperatures tomorrow.
And the
Relatively
other
warm.
team
Highs will
get
be anywhere from mid
14.
60s to the low
Yep.
70s in the afternoon.
So
Again, average high
you see where I'm
today, or
going
excuse me,
at?
tomorrow
So you
is
know
54
so
degrees.
it's
So we
like
will be
predict
much
something, but
warmer
then the
than that
facts come out.
across
Yes,
the
you're
region.
right. Ding ding.
As we take a look at your 7-day forecast, heat
Right.
will be
So
peaking as we
that's
move
my
into your
source now.
Tuesday.
It,
Again,
it can
highs
it
into
can
the
back
mid
it up now.
70s.
Yes,
Once
the
we get
lion
through the
won
cold
today.
front late
I
in the
don't know
day
about the
on
future
Tuesday,
game, but we
our
can talk
temperatures
about.
will start to
Yes, they
slide.
won
So
today,
Wednesday's
so we
highs
can
back
go.
into the low 60s, and we're looking at 60s actually sticking
You know,
around
we can go
all the way
like
through
that. You
next
know,
weekend.
bam bam
Low
bam.
temperatures will start to fall
Yes,
into the
they
40s.
won
We do get a
today.
good stretch of some dry
And that's the
weather 4
beauty,
days
you
in
know
a
what I
row
mean? So
before
all the Lion
showers
fans
return
out there, enough
next
love to you
Sunday.
guys. I know you guys going home smiling, cheering and
Up on us
everything.
earlier and earlier, but
Why you say that?
too soon to start playing those Christmas tunes.
What's wrong with my camera? It's not so good? I don't think it's new battery I need. I don't think so. What's wrong with the camera thing not so good?
It took me years to be able to come forward.
I don't know.
Mark Tisdale voted to limit the time victims have to bring charges
But we ain't
against
worried.
their attackers.
We're gonna work till we can't work no more with a cracked phone screen. We're gonna work with that cracked phone screen till we can't work no more, huh? That's all about. Oh, you said for my alarm? You mean to get up in the morning? Trust me. Sometimes I don't hear the alarm if I'm really tired, but I'm rested. I'm rested. I'm rested. Okay, you're trying to tell me to go to bed? I'm rested. Don't worry, it's only level 52. I'm rested. What's the time where you at? I'm rested. And then I'm gonna tackle probably one of these books before I go to bed. Learn how to enjoy what's in front of you. So you know, many of us need to learn how to enjoy what's in front of us. You know, and that's all life is asking for. So just learn to enjoy the moment, appreciate the moment. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know what that bee keep going off. Probably Whopper killing field. It's an apartment building. I don't know what's that beeping thing there. Is that a battery thing? Probably I'll talk to the manager in the morning because somebody has told me about that a while back. I'll talk to the manager in the morning because I don't know what that is. I just live in the apartment, but anyway. Because I know they put in these things recently. They're fairly new, so I don't know how the battery was gone unless if it was you know what one was probably default defect, you know, having that issue. I don't know, because I know they when I moved in here they had inspection and they changed out all the fire alarms and everything because they work because even recently when they had a little incident here, those alarm work when they need to, so I don't know that one. I don't know what's that. But I'll talk to the manager tomorrow. Good listening in the background for me. Good listening. I'll talk to the manager. Manager live on the building, so I'll talk to him in the morning tomorrow. That's where my life. Because I've been hearing it, but we have to just pray that God will cover us and watch over us. You know, whatever stand in the way, all obstacles will be removed. Yes, my beautiful people. Yes, my beautiful people. And thank you guys for showing up, showing some love, support. All the comments, I've seen them. You know, some of them are touchy topics, so we don't want to dive deep into that. Worse, I can't swim, so I stay on the surface. You know, you can't stay on the surface. You know what I mean? Stay afloat, baby. Rather stay afloat than sink in life, you know what I mean? So it's okay. It's okay. And to all the lovely supporters, the lovely subscribers, and to my silent watchers, my likers, my shares, I see you all. Well, I don't see you all, but I mean, I see how you guys showing up and stuff, you know, the numbers are showing, you know, when YouTube, that weekly thing there. and stuff. So go up and show up, and then
How early do you think we should start listening?
I'm able to kind of keep up with some of those videos too, because YouTube just recently rolled out this app. Well, it's not an app, but in the shorts, because I like to do a lot of the shorts too. And that drafting there when they roll out the app, it really helpful now, because you can create a bunch of videos. Like this morning I was it's still today. So this morning I was heading to church, or yesterday morning. What time is it? And I was able to post some video that I had saved from the draft. You know, I had took them and then saved them in the draft. I was able to post them. So even though you might see them, you probably say, "What is this girl doing the same clothes?" No, it's because I take a bunch of them. And then I was able to save it in the draft, and I just found out about the draft this week, and you wouldn't know how much stress that take off of you. So yes, you might have one day where you just start create a bunch of videos, but at the same time, the next day you can just relax. You can just literally relax wherever you are and just go on your phone and maybe upload 2 of them. Even if you don't want to put no quote or anything, you just give it a title and then hit upload, and that's it. So, you know, it's doing wonders. I don't know if everybody have that thing there, but I think I did a little thing there about YouTube rolling out this thing there. I didn't even say the job, but the new feature. So you guys could go check that out if you got it on the phone and you're YouTubers and you're creating content. And I know a lot of young people creating content now, plus they have to go to school and they have to study. So let's say you do it on the weekend and you want to create a couple of videos. Maybe you have 2-3 outfits to change into to create your videos. And then when you're ready, you can say, all right, I'm uploading 2 today, I'm uploading 3 or a bunch or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of ease the pressure, because, you know, we all understand when you're trying to vie for into a market that just becoming so productive and stuff, because we're seeing the success, we're seeing the stories. You know, we want to find what really works for us. And after YouTube rolled that feature out, I'm like, wow. And all these years, well, not all these years, all these months I was on here losing videos, say video fail when you try to upload and your megabyte is not so good. But this feature now, I saved so many videos. I remember one day, when I just found out the feature, I went to the Halloween party and I saved so many features from there. You think I would be able to do that? Otherwise, if they didn't have the job section where you could save multiple videos, I would not be able to do that. Unless I choose to go live or have storage on my phone, which I do. So that really come in handy, you know what I mean? So capitalize on that, people, if you're a YouTuber, and even if you're not a new YouTuber and anything, capitalize on that, because especially if you have a family and sometimes it can be hectic for you to just be posting every day. If you capitalize on that feature, I'm telling you, it's going to be a lifesaver, because you can create a bunch of content. Yes, they might see you in one outfit, but doesn't mean it's the same video. You know what I mean? You just in one outfit doesn't mean, or if you want, when you're creating a video, you know, you change and so forth. So. But you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked that that feature really come in and they allow you to store a whole lot of videos. I never count how many videos I store, but it store a lot. Because even this morning I'm going to church, I was able to go into CapCut, and CapCut too, you can save your videos in CapCut too. I was able to go over there and just upload the videos that I had created the day before and upload them on YouTube this morning. And some videos that I had in the short, and the draft section of the thing there on YouTube, I was able to upload those, so I didn't have to work that much this morning. Then just upload them and give them a title, that's it. So if you guys want to check that out, you know, I know a lot of people create shop, go check that out. You'll be surprised to know how much you can do for you. Because some of you, you're still juggling between YouTube and maybe 2, 3, 4 jobs at the same time, plus a family, or sometimes it's just you alone. You know, like myself, juggling with kids and YouTube and work and whatever you gotta do, you know what I mean, to survive and make 2 ends meet, as well as sharing your life out there. So with this new draft content here, yeah, I know one of the phone that I got, it's not on there. So let me know if you know that thing that I'm talking about. Let me know if you see it when you're going to go into shorts. When you're creating shorts, where you see that plus sign, you click on the plus sign, you make a video, and then when you open short, you will see the plus sign in the middle, like this in the middle, and then over this side you see the draw, the like a little book icon, and then the word draft, and then over this side you see where you can always go into your phone folder to upload pictures, upload videos or pictures. So if you see that on there, yes, the draft, you can save multiple videos on there. And some of them, even if you weren't too long because you didn't have no much content, you could always add to it the day when you're gonna post it. So even though it says draft, you hit back the back button and then add to it and then post it. So if you guys want me to show you what it is, let me know. If not, I'll just leave it and you could go watch a video. And I think I'll post a video the day when it came out, the same day I post a video about it. Because I was so happy. I'm like, where is this all these months? I've been losing all my videos. You know? I'm posting the craps and the good videos lost. Where was this when I needed it? But anyway, they say better late than sorry. So I guess that's what it is. So if you guys want me to take out my other phone and show you what I'm talking about, if you are not familiar, let me know, because not everybody want to go back and watch things. But if you want, but if not, if I don't see anything drop in the comment section, I won't bother. You know, I'll just go watch those videos I actually post about YouTube new features that they roll out. So
Emily turned to me and said, "Jess, we have to sell our house."
you know what I mean? So yep. I back brush my hair, but my hair is itching still. Need more circulation. Yes, my beautiful people. I'm here. The kids went to their bed. Their hair is combed because I took them to church and they didn't want to hear come out and brush their hair up, and then I'm looking, I'm like, their hair is a hot mess, but now they look so beautiful, so handsome, so in the morning, yeah. Hey lady, how are you? Welcome, you know. So yes, they look nice now. So tomorrow when they roll out, they look more beautiful and attire, you know, looking like. But I'm thinking to cut their hair. Every time somebody see them, they say, "Oh, that's a beautiful girl right there. Oh, that's a beautiful girl right there." I'm like, "No, they're boys." So I talked to my son because they didn't want their hair cut, and now they don't want their hair comb. Fashion. I used to comb their hair like every 2 weeks now, you know. But they don't want their hair combed, so. And I don't like it because sometimes people don't understand that your children don't want their hair to comb, and when they see their hair look raggedy like mine, let's say me pull up this like this, and they have the frizzle or whatever, people start judge you, not realizing what is happening in the background. I'm doing good, my lady. I'm doing good. Just here chit-chatting a little bit and stuff, you know. Because I see a lot of people be judging, you know, when they see your children and they say, look at her here, look at this, and then how the kids here look like. They don't even understand, you know what I mean? People judge so many times. I don't know if God was supposed to judge many of us. I don't know if we would still be here, but you know. We have these man-made judgments. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at times. So, and it's kind of embarrassing, you know, as a mother. You know, it's kind of embarrassing to say, "Why you don't come the kids here? Why you don't come and help me come the kids here?" And let they scream in your ears.
And that's where I realized that
murder, murder, murder. My mommy called me, my ears hurt.
Which was what P.T. Barnum.
It says that I have to be telling them stories for them to close up later. You know, so. But I'm happy I was able to comb their hair. So what I did, their hair was combing too, and you know the beauty of your mind is powerful.
Nobody else was doing.
The beauty of your mind is powerful. I remember their hair was combed into like braid in one hair, goat hair style. Anybody know what I call the goat hair style when you braid the hair into two? Go all the way to the back. So I call it the goat hair style. If you look at a goat hand, you see how their hand go back like this. So it's called a goat hairstyle to me. That's a new 2024 hairstyle, goat hairstyle, okay? And so I said, you know, let me just pull one side out at a time. And then that section I just part it into two. Then braid this part, and now they come out with 4 braids. You understand? Instead of 2 braids, now they come out with 4 braids. So the 4 braids will make it a little bit more more lasting as opposed to the two big braids. Because by the time they sleep, they toss, they roll, they take a shower, they, you know, kids splash, plop, 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 and everything. Then that, you know, so, yeah. But nevertheless, guys, you know, yeah, because many times I see the hair look like that, and as soon as I walk, you know, your instinct. If you think your instinct is fooling you, it's not. Many times I go places and I will like go with your kids or drop my kids off, and you just see this one rotten mouth. I call them rotten mouth when they bad mouth you. And you just see this one little Jezebel. They start tear you down. And I'm like, you know, for me, I find solution. If I can help you, I help you.
In the apartment that you moved
I rather say, oh, I can do here. You want me to help you come here? Oh no, I'll tell you. I can do that here. They just don't like the hair big hole.
And of course, we live
And
there.
sometimes if the kids don't like something all the time, you don't want to pressure them all the time and add stress to their life. Can you imagine how you stress out sometimes people added work to your life? Your workload become heavy, they stressing you out, you know? And man, I just see these people just start trash talk and I'm like, wow.
On people's radars, both
But not one of them have a solution. Not one. Because if they did, they would have suggested it. Not tear you down. You know, so such is life. But you can't win everything. You can't lose everything. So just gotta live, baby. Once you're alive in the world, you just gotta live and say, God, it's just another day. But becoming a mother, I see how every little thing you do, because you know, no good book will ever prepare you for parenting. And that's the honest truth. No good book will ever prepare you to become a mother. You will read all the good book in the world, you will become even an educator, you become a teacher or anything, even early child, and none of those things prepare you for your personal children. For somebody else's children, yes, but for your personal children, no. Because that's a job you have to do. You understand it? You see the difference there? That's a job you gotta do with somebody else's children. When you gotta take care of them, you gotta make sure they get the knowledge and the understanding of it. When it comes to you and your children, no good book ever prepare you for that. None. Because it's like constant trial and error, and then you have less patience sometimes with your children as opposed to somebody else's children, because you're getting paid to teach your children. You see where I'm going? That's where your bird there. So sometimes it can be a little bit different in terms of how you deal with your children as opposed to dealing with the wider public children. That's just the honest truth, you know. Because you want the best for your kid. You want the best for everybody's children, but you can't talk to people's children in a way as how you would talk to yours directly. And that's a known fact. You cannot. You know what I mean? But with your children, you can do the trial and error with them. You can get mad at them and everything. But people, children, you cannot do that because, you know, you're there to teach and find the techniques, find the approaches, find the strategies. If this one not working, find a different method, you know, find a different approach, blah, blah, blah. It's even in your real life, you still do find that, but sometimes you're being a mother. You're the mother. You're not talking about, oh yes, I'm a teacher, I went to school for 4 years, blah, blah, blah. None of that have to do with your children. They look at you like, okay, I understand. What does that have to do with me? You know what I mean? So,
Let's go places.
you know what I mean? It's like
When you can't rely on technology,
nothing really prepare you for motherhood.
you can rely
And then sometimes when you become mothers, then you drift away from a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff you drift away from your passion. That things that you used to love before you become a mother. You don't have that much fun no more, or worse if you become single mother. You just on the go, trying to do this, trying to protect your children, it's just so many things that
To the next.
behind the scene, in front of you, don't show you what's behind the scene. It's like people who make these movies and stuff. You don't even know what their life is like behind the scene. You don't even know if they just had a breakup or they just had a newborn or
make sure your
one
drugs
partner
are covered.
lost, or
Open
you don't
enrollment
know.
ends December 7th.
You know, it's like
Compare
earlier I
plans
was
now
watching
at
the TV and they were
Medicare.gov.
talking
Paid for
about
by the U.S.
the
Department
singer
of
that
Health and Human Services.
fall from in
According to
Argentina
official
there to his
documents,
death.
Curtis Hertel
And they said
signed a
sometimes,
hush
you know,
agreement
we
to
look up to
negotiate
these.
giving millions
One
in
of the
more
lady
tax
was saying
dollars
sometimes
to
we
a
look up to
company
these
controlled by
celebrities, we
China.
look up to these
Later,
icons, you know, that we
Hertel
call icons
votes for
because
the
they
deal
make music
and
that
gets
resonate with
campaign
you
contributions from
and
the law firm
you love
lobbying
and
for
everything.
him.
But behind the scene, you don't even know what their life entails. You don't know what their coffee look like,
Michigan, a
you know,
sweetheart deal.
and everything.
Thanks
And
to liberal
even though we're
lunches,
looking at them just for
Curtis
their
Hertel,
music and
congressional
everything and
leadership
stuff
office
like that,
responsible for the content
or
of this ad.
their poultry,
If you know
their
anyone sold a car that felt too
their
brave,
movies,
someone got
their
fired,
their
you get
running
sued,
skills,
or
the
worse.
talent, you know,
But
like
Tom
how we
Barrett
looking at
took
I'm
money
looking at
from
the
drug
line
company
and everything, but
lobbyists
behind the
and
scene,
voted to
you don't know the work that
absolute
they have to
immunity from
literally
Big
put
Pharma,
in to
but
get
facing
there.
dangerous or
And sometimes
defective
those
drugs.
work,
The same drug companies raking
even
in
though they
records
say hard work
while
pay
we
off,
pay high
but some
prices.
people, even though the
Barrett
hard
gets the
work pay
cash.
off, they
Drug
still
companies
not
get off
satisfied
scot-free.
because they say there is more
Michiganders
need to done,
get
and they
hurt.
overwork
HMP
themselves
is
and
responsible
realize,
for the
wow,
content of this
now I'm
ad.
under stress. Now I'm dealing with major depression. I'm dealing with major anxiety. I'm dealing with resentment now because now they start to neglect themselves. Now they start to throw their body up.
I really need this to pass.
And then they start leaning forward to the things that's gonna soothe their mind just for that moment, not realizing they're not thinking clear because they're in a state of mind that leading them down the wrong path. And all they see in front of them is is what's gonna say, let me take you out of that pain that you're in. Which is not literally taking you out of that pain. It's literally pushing you more into the pain that you're trying to run away from.
My parents got divorced when I was
You
a
know?
kid,
And
my dad raised me, and we had a
nothing
real
prepare you for
good
nothing.
bond.
And that's
it
why we
was-
have to be
it was
grateful
around
for one
baseball,
another.
And it was me and him.
And if you have a support
everything
team,
I
be
did, I
grateful
tried to
for
make
them.
them
Sometimes
proud.
they
How do you
get
think
on
the
your nerves,
divorce
but you
should
still
affect
got to
you?
be grateful
I
for them.
remember there was
And that's the
therapy
honest
that
truth.
I went to.
We
with
all
my
need
parents,
support.
and
Whether you
I said,
have
I'll be better, guys. I'm so
family,
sorry.
like
I thought it would
I'm
because
just
of
here and
me.
I can talk to
I
my
didn't
YouTube family
understand.
and everything,
As an 8, 9,
or
you don't
whatever,
remember that, parents are
because
together. That's
we
my
all
mom,
need
that's my
that
dad.
support.
I didn't get it. I didn't realize how deep
You
it
know,
was. The
sometimes you have
problems that were
headache.
happening.
You
When
wonder
there
why
was a
you have
divorce,
headache.
kids very
You
rarely
might just
went
need
with
a
their
cup
dad.
of water to
It was
drink and it
almost
go
always
away,
they went with
depending
their
on
mom.
where you have the headache.
And my
You
mom
know,
had some serious
and then sometimes you have
challenges that she
headache
was
just
going
not
through.
going away.
And I feel like if I went
Sometimes
when I was 8
you're
years
dealing
old,
with major depression.
I wouldn't have had
You're
the life
dealing with
that I
a lot
have.
of stress because there's a lot of things, bills piling up, rent to be paid, mortgage to be
I think
paid,
anybody who grows
light
up
bill to be
without
paid,
a
car note to
mom
be paid.
figure who's
Some people don't have car note, but they
present
got
is
the
going to
insurance to be paid
be
monthly because
different
that's
than
what they
somebody who
can
grows
afford
up
to pay
with
it
a
monthly.
very
They can't pay it every
nurturing,
6 months
always
because that's
there
too much
type
money.
of
There's a
mother
lot of
figure
things that
who learns to
everybody
do a
is
lot of things
struggling with
herself, who's
something.
very independent.
You know,
What do you
you
think
knock the nail
you
on the
did
head,
that
everybody is
avoided
climbing
kind
up
of
some
those
alley.
same pitfalls? Well, my dad kept me
Some
on
of
the right
us, we
track,
have
and
one
he
too
pushed
many
me
alleys
on to
climbing up,
what
you know,
my life
and
could
I can
be
speak that
if I
clearly
was
because
focused
I
on
know
doing the
the
right
alleys
thing.
I'm climbing up. You
When
know
I
what I
was a
mean?
kid,
I
he
don't
used
have to
to,
reveal them to
when
you,
I
but
come
I
to
know
the
the
plate,
alleys
he'd
I
say,
have to
Jess,
climb up.
swing hard.
You know,
In case
when
you
we
hit
talk
it.
about
And
alleys,
that
we're
was the
talking
big
about
line that he would
emotionally,
always use.
mentally,
And,
physically, and it's
it
not just
inspired me
financially.
because
Because
I
sometimes
started taking
when
big
somebody
swings.
see they're
That
struggling with
mindset,
something,
while I didn't
everybody
realize
think
that
that,
then,
oh, this person
really
need money. It's
stayed
not
true to
about
everything.
money.
You were considered one of
It's
the best
about what you're
players
struggling with.
in Massachusetts.
Sometimes
How do
you're
you
struggling
then
with so
find
many
out
things, and it don't
baseball
even have nothing to
career
do
is
with money.
over? I can't
Because
tell
look
you
at
how
that
many
guy.
times I dreamed, in the 37th
Fall
round,
to the ground
the
and
Boston Red Sox select.
succumb to
I
his
pictured that
injuries.
over
It's
and
not
over
about money.
and over
He
again.
was
I
dealing with
visualized it,
major
and I
things.
was like,
You
this is
know,
happening.
he was a
And I go
little
into
star
Walford, all
growing
of a
up
sudden,
as,
scouts
at a
got my
young
name. It's
age
getting
in the
letters.
public
And the New York
domain.
Mets are
And
sending me
then maybe
Christmas
when he
cards
want to
every
be
year
certain things,
of
he
Shea
probably looking
Stadium
at
in
himself and say,
snow.
man,
And I was like,
I gotta be,
this can actually
you
happen.
know, I gotta
And
be the
then,
way I am
boom,
because this is how
started
people
having shoulder
perceive
pain.
me. This is how
And
people
finally, I
see
got
me.
the
And that's
MRI
why
of the
it's
eye, and it
okay
said I had
when,
3 complete
you know, I
tears.
was watching
And
a
it was
YouTube video with
devastating.
Cardi B,
I was emotional. I
and
got
Cardi B
lost.
son, I
I
think,
remember saying, again, I was
hit
y'all
her
told
with
me to stay
something or
positive,
so.
but
And
I
Cardi
don't know
B
how I
said,
stay
what dip.
right now because this was
She
the one
didn't say it
path
out
I
loud,
saw
but
in my life.
everybody could read
And
between
now,
the line what
just
they
like that, it's over.
was. You know what I
And
mean?
still
And
to
then
this
somebody
day,
commented
it
and
bothered
said,
me.
"That's a real mama
Now,
right there."
to this
Because
day,
when you
this
know,
has
you
never
know.
happened to me. Oh, I'm very easy
You know,
it's very easy for me to go
when
back
you
and say,
know, you know. A real mama, your
and I
children
stayed
bump into
healthy
you,
and in a
you
place
just
for about
like,
for a few years, whatever it
you
is.
know, something
My
gonna
life,
come from
the
the mouth.
impact, what we're doing.
When they see her being her true authentic self, I was reading some of the comments and they say that's a real mama right there. How many of you can relate to that? You know what I mean? I'm telling you. So sometimes we're here and we're just judging people. We don't need to judge. We just need to just give a helping hand. You know, give a helping hand. I don't always think that a helping hand have to be running up your credit card to give a helping hand, or running up your this, or it's not that. It's just that wherever you are in life, you can relate to something that something is out there, and we all struggle through something. Even right now, the election is around the corner, and as much as I see everybody to the forefront putting on a good face, trying to make things work, do you know how many things when somebody say come on and say, hey, tomorrow this boot needs to set up and they need to be done because this is this and that is that, blah 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 blah. Do you know how much some of these workers are stressed out just to make sure everything runs smooth for everybody to go out there and do what they gotta do and come Tuesday morning? Do you know all that stress? None of us know. Only person knows is those persons who are working tirelessly to make sure everything is out there. And I can tell all of you now, if you're going out there to hit that dial, I call it dial by now. You make sure you go out there and be respectful to all those people, because I used to work in the election in Jamaica, and while I was going through school, I used to have to leave every evening, even while I was studying, competing, and everything, and because you need to look at extra money, you know what I mean, if you make two ends meet. And I work in the general election as well as the local election. And even though it wasn't a lot to prepare the poll clerk and the clerk and blah blah blah, everybody that need to be at the polling station, so people can come in and cast their vote on what you should do from what you should not do, and what people should do from what they cannot do. You know what I mean? Even though those things were in place, we had to learn them. And we had to learn them within a short period of time, maybe twice a week. We go to the class with a book. I can imagine you studying as well as studying for college or university at the time, and then you gotta go study within a short span to know these things, as you can be held accountable by law if there's an error from your polling state. So there are so many things out there. So if you guys are going out there tomorrow not tomorrow, whatever time you're going out there, I don't know, before Tuesday or whatever time, if you're going out there, just be nice to those people, because trust me, even the night before they have to make sure they properly attire it. Well, I know when I was in doing those things, they tell you how to dress and everything, but you have to wear black pants and you have to wear the polling shirt so you can identify as what your logo and it says poll clerk or whatever, and who is in charge as well. The poll clerk is not in charge, is the other one up and everything. So there's a lot of work put behind the scene, and then when you have the headmaster that know if anything go wrong in the election, you can go to jail for the rest of your life. Everybody have to be on the lookout for that in their eyes and crossing their teeth correctly. So it's not an easy task. So sometimes we say, oh, it's like somebody getting married. Do you know how stressful that is? Especially when you go the big route where you spend all these extravagant money. I call it extravagant money. Excuse me. That's the word that come out. You hear me? And then all of a sudden, you look, the bride don't show up or the groom don't show up or nobody come to the event. Or so,
What was the kind of time and
it's like happy ending, though happy anymore. Happy ending. So here come depression, here comes stress, here come anxiety, here come all my mother, my father, my sister, my brother fall in the ages.
she was in labor and
that's the time people need your support.
All of a sudden this beeping starts.
To let them know, you know what, it's okay. Like I was watching this, was it a movie or it was real? And it come on this TV where they say this celebrity was, I think celebrity was getting married. And I think the man didn't show up at the wedding and she was standing there alone. Or I don't know how it go. Was it the man didn't show up or something? But the woman had arrived and the man didn't show up or something. So, just a gut-wrenching feeling that you have to go through anything in life. I'm just using this as an analogy. I don't know if that's the best analogy to you, but that's what comes to the thought. And stuff. So when you have to go through stuff, even people who bake know these things. Let's say you bake and you bake for a wedding. You get a big wedding and you're baking for the wedding and they say they want the wedding cake to look like Amsterdam and you can't even draw. You're a good designer, but you can't even draw Amsterdam.
He
I don't know why that comes to my mind because I
said
never been to
anybody, when you
Amsterdam.
love somebody that much.
But
Of course,
that's what
everybody
come up.
that
And then these people want all these fancy this and fancy that. And you confidently say yes to something
Basically, we were told you had less than 5 minutes. They had to get
because
the
you're
baby out of the
challenging
baby
yourself,
room.
so you
So
confidently
they
say
wheel her
yes
out.
to
One
something.
nurse stays with me, and she goes, "We
Do
need to
you
run."
know how much pressure you put on that person just to come to
So
the
now we're running
conclusion
through
to
the
say,
hospital,
here you go,
going full
yum yum
speed,
yum,
and
slice when
all
you're
of a sudden
ready.
we get into this
Mm.
operation room.
Ta-da!
So they
It's
immediately
not
start doing
easy. So
surgery.
give
and
grace, give people.
they pull
When you see all those
and
poor
they
clerk
take
or
the
those
baby
people
out,
out there in
and
the
they say, "Would you
election,
like
say
to meet
thank
before?"
you. Because you don't even know the work that's gotta go into all of that.
But this
And plus they
time,
gotta be
when
on
the Coles wanted to
out
keep
there
growing
before
their
you all
family,
go vote.
they
They
decided
have
to
to be
go
out there on
foster
time.
care route, which led them to adopting
That thing is
their
by
two
law
daughters.
strict. And one little error can cause you to land in jail.
So Kenna joined us at 2.5.
It's all it takes
and,
for you to land
she
in
was
jail. And it
nonverbal
depends too
when she
because they
joined us
have
as a
to
2.5-year-old.
go through
She
everything.
had
It's a
gases
step
on
by
her
step. It's
body.
not just land in jail
She
just like that. Don't
was scared of the
bank
dark.
on that because it's not
And
true. You know,
Addison,
it's a
who
step.
joined
They have
us,
to investigate
was
and everything.
6
You know what I
days
mean?
old.
But
She was in the
let
NICU
me
for
tell you
6 straight
something.
days.
Yeah.
She had every drug imaginable
Same
in
way
her
with
body when
life.
she was born.
You see
Nicole,
people out there, you see they
Emily
doing
got
that. Oh, the kid here
from
look shabby.
Addison's
How about you say, you know
biological
what?
mother. Yeah.
She's a single mom or something. Or a single dad or whatever. Let me ask
We're
him
sitting in the
if I
airplane,
could comb his child
after
here
our
or
final
something.
game of
I remember when I met my
2022,
immediate
and I see her
family and
face just flooded with tears.
he had a
And I'm
he
like,
had
"What's up?
a
You okay? What's
he had a
going on?"
daughter.
And she hands me
And
her
at the
phone,
time,
and I
the
see
daughter,
and it's
I won't say the daughter
a
age because then
text
you
from
probably
her
think
mother,
figure the daughter age now.
Addison's mother.
But she was young, but at the same time,
This
you know,
would be
not
the best
young.
Mother's Day gift for both
Anyway,
of us. If
and she had
you
nice
would
long
accept
hair.
the
Well, not long,
responsibility
but you
and
know what we call
privilege
long
of
is not so long.
raising this little
And
girl forever as her mom.
one
That
day he
a
was
turning
gonna go
point
to
for
work
me
and he
because
said,
I
I don't have
saw
nobody. He was a single
how
dad and he said,
beautiful adoption
I don't
could
have
be.
nobody to
The
keep the child.
experience motivated the
I
Coles to
love
start a
kids. When I say I
nonprofit.
love kids, I love
Appropriately
them.
named Bananas Foster,
That's until
the
after I got my own
organization
still, but I
encourages
mean.
people to get involved in the foster care
And
community.
I said, why
And
you
the
don't
team
just bring the
celebrates
child
a
over because
family
I'm not going
at
to
every
work till
Bananas
X, Y
game.
time.
And then to hear
He said, you
Emily say,
sure
"Hey, we
you
had
will keep
16
him? I said,
people
yeah,
sign
I'll
tonight
keep
for
her
the
on the
foster
take
care
her on the street, we go
funds."
shopping or
And
something, you
so,
know.
just like
I said,
I
why
believe
not?
that
I said, if you
we
gotta
still
go
have
to
2
work,
tickets
I
sold
understand
to
it could
wait
be
list
me in a
from
position
2 million.
like that single
Instead,
mom or anything. I
200,000
would
people
love
US
somebody
government
to,
home.
you know, be
10, 20,
genuine to
30
me
years
like
there's a
that,
wait
you know.
list in this country
Because he knew who I
of
was. So
people
it's
that
not
want
like he
foster
just
families.
passing off his child
And
to
I
me or
believe in
anything. But I'm just saying, he made me put that out there, you know. Because you don't
I,
pass the children
I
off to
think
just
it's a
anybody,
lesson that a lot
random
of people
people.
are
No,
putting numbers
don't
on
do
now.
that. You know,
To
especially
see more
today's
content from our
day and
interview
age,
with
you know.
Jesse Cole,
People eyes are not anymore the eyes that they're supposed to have. They don't. Their eyes are circulating like the
Go to
globe.
youtube.com/GrahamBenzinger.
So, yeah. And when he sent the child over, the child here was so.
The most important tools I have. You need to
It's
take
nice
care of
texture
them.
here,
That's where O'Keefe's
but it was
comes in.
really thick. You see, my hair was catching up on the tail, no? But when you run your hand through it, it was so thick, it don't even thin out like mine. Yeah? And I called him and I said, do you mind me coming your daughter here? You always ask permission.
Come in now.
And he said, well, if she not gonna have a problem with you coming her here, if she not, I don't know if she gonna be afraid of her hair or anything. And then he said, if you can manage, okay. I said, I got a blow dryer. Big up to the Bluebird blow dryers and everything. And yeah, and I asked the child, and I think at the same time to end up wash her hair and blow dry it for her and style her hair nicely. When she went to her grandmother, even her grandmother loved her hairstyle and everything. Even the dad, they thought they had brought this child to here just a Paulo to get her hair done. No, I sat there and I did her hair because she was home with me all day. We went shopping and anything. He said, don't be spoiling her now because she's not supposed to be eating all those whatever. I said, okay, we went shopping, we come back, we cook, make sure she was fed and everything. Sat there, have a little chit chat fun, comb her hair. And then in the night he come after work and pick her up and everything. Yeah. And I come here a couple times, you know. Big function or something, I put up her hair nicely. She looks so beautiful, I'm telling you. You know? And that's the beauty. So instead of me judging, I ask, do you mind? Because you never know, people could be busy, so busy, you know. And you gotta work, you just gotta work, you know. Bills gotta pay. Is either your hair gonna be raggy, one something gonna left behind. Is either your hair raggy and the bills are paid, or you hear be good and the bills are not paid, and then you been outside saying hello outside. Hello, you gonna sing Adele song, hello from the other side. So, you never know when you're gonna sing Adele song, hello from the other side, you know what I mean? So, such is life, life really life is really a 360. So, be kind when you can, we don't have to tear people down all the time. It's like enough time I see my children cry and I'm on the road and you're trying to hustle around and stuff. Yes, my dear, thank you so much. I when I'm done in a few do some things over on the other side. You know what I mean. So blessings, man, love, respect, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And everything, yeah. Just be nice, because it's hard sometimes. And sometimes as parents, especially when you become a single parent, you didn't expect for your life to become where it's ending, and like the pastor man yesterday was saying that because one lady was saying that yesterday there was a bus that run into her car and a baby was in the back. Yes, man, you have a blessed night, my dear. And to everyone who have to leave, you have a good night, all right? Thank you guys for stopping by. For everyone who have to leave, and God bless everybody. And the lady was giving her testimony, and she said there was a bus, those big old, I always call it the big old humongous bus, went right into her back, and the baby was in the back of her car. But thank God the baby come out with little no bruises. She come out with little no bruises because obviously she was in church today. And everything. And it just goes to show that God is amazing. And then the pastor man was saying, the funny thing about life, nobody know the minute or the hour you will be out of this world. And so you have to make everything count. Everything count. Do your part on this earth. Do your part and do it to the best of your ability. Because you never know, man. And he said, it's not like we have a thing that say, okay, God said, okay, I'm going to take you today so you could tell everybody bye. I used to, when I was in college, I used to laugh with my friends and I used to say, if God ever told me he coming for me today, if I have $1 saved, I'm spending all of it. My friends used to say, why? Because back in the days when somebody passed off and they had a lot of money or so, families used to turn on each other and fight or end up in debt too. And I'm like, either over a piece of land, some little money or something. You don't need to do all of that. All you just need to do is come together. Hi, how are you, my dear? How are you? All we need to do is just come together and share up whatever they Harry or Potter or whatever they say they left behind. That's all you need to do is share. Literally cause and I'm like, I don't want nobody to fight over my thing. And that's one of the other reasons that really led me to have children too. That means if you're a family member, you don't have no children, even though the kids them still do the same thing, but that's on them. Those are your vessels. Those are your vines. You know what I mean? They come from your roots. Well, you just show that, and then sometimes that tear the family apart too, because the strong bone that was keeping the family alive passed. So now the family become disconnected because everybody was just all in it for money. We don't need to be all in everything for money. Love and love till you can't love no more. You know what I mean? But people get greedy after. So greedy sometimes they can't even see. You be suffering with eyes, blurry vision or anything, but some people get so greedy they can't even see clearly. They can't even sing the song, the rain is falling, I can't see clearly. They can't sing it. Then they fight. You don't need to fight over nothing. Work for your own. And nowadays you see a lot of celebrities say that they need their children to work for it. They don't want their children to think that, okay, I have money so we don't have to do this, we don't have to go to school and get a good. No, you gotta earn it. Oh yeah, you gotta earn it, because many of us fight over what? You should be spreading your wings. Your mother die, or God forbid, somebody in your family that was wealthy enough and left you some money. Help strengthen the family. Strengthen the family.
He won't start representing
Yes,
you.
you know, and that's the funny part. And then now you hear some people say, "Oh, my brother don't talk to me. Oh, my sister don't talk to me." Why? Because you all get greedy,
Kamala
and
swore
greed is a terrible
but
thing.
Kamala created crisis after
Greed is like a
crisis. Our
diagnosis,
troops murdered and open borders.
you know.
Crime in our streets.
It's
Skyrocketing
like I
costs.
used to tell people, you know what?
Assassination attempts.
I think I'm
Americans are
bipolar,
paying
but
for
I was
terrorist
diagnosed for
actions. We're
bipolar.
on the brink
It'd
of
be
world
funny,
war
but you'll be
III.
surprised
A
how
broken
many of
nose
us are
and a
struggling
broken
something
America.
and don't even
Kamala
realize
can't
what
be
it
trusted in
really
the
is
Oval
until
Office. Vote
diagnosed
for President Trump and
stage. You
save
know what I
America.
mean? So on this
Make
life,
America
you know,
great again. Inc. is
as this
responsible
one
for
person
52%
here said,
of the
it's
country.
messed up. Yes.
Listen up. This election's
You know
about your
what?
wallet. Candidate A is a
To
billionaire
each his
looking
own,
out for
though.
billionaires. Tax on
To
the
each his
streets are
own,
funding
and we
elite.
gotta
Candidate B
learn to
knows the
stand and
struggle.
stand on our
Offers
2
real
feet.
estate
And
tax
even
credits
with
for
my
working
children too, I
families.
told them, I
Last
said,
year,
listen to me,
25,000
learn all you can while you have me. Because when I'm gone, I don't want, I literally, where is this book? Oh, I tell him to put it in his room. I literally write in his book today and date it or sign it today. I said to him, don't regret said you miss your mom. I said, regret not learning nothing. I don't know where that came from in the head because, you know, nowadays when you're teaching children, they tell you, oh, I know. You're explaining stuff to them. Oh, I know. Then if you know, then therefore you need to get a key and go open your own door. You know what I mean? So I tell them, I say, I don't want you to regret not having your mother around when she's not here no longer. I want you to regret not learning anything. Because as much as sometimes you become single parent, or even if you're a two-parent family home, where you know what I mean with the two-parent, the mother and the father in the home, and even if it's just one person making sure that child learn, because one have to be out there hustling, or anything, you know, either or, it doesn't matter. If that child don't want to take in their education, but what they're so happy when they grow older to tell the world, oh, my mom didn't ensure I get a good education. My mom did, and it's so easy to believe a story from a child nowadays that your life can go left in anything depending on what it is, you know what I mean? So you have to make sure at all times you're constantly drilling education in these children. So when I'm done with him, I'll make him understand. So he said, Mommy, thank you. I said, why are you thanking me? He said, Mom, because you try to let us understand what we need to understand, you know? And that's the beauty, you know, you gotta let the kids understand. Oh, they're too young to understand. You know, if you're gonna live to see them become 30, 40, especially if you have children young. Do you know when you're gonna live to see them become anything? You don't know, because God never tell you when he gonna let you live. Just live till you can't live no more and tell the kids as much as they can tell them. You just have to find the age appropriate things to tell them. So, you know, you just have to know how to play with words so you can tell them what they need. And some things have to just say raw, and I'm sorry. It's true.
This is amazing.
The fantasy world that we're telling kids that they're living in, it's not true. Reality and fantasy, it's not true.
Thank you.
Far from it.
What are you doing? Think about it. Go after her and tell her yes.
You know, so I let him know today. I said, don't regret losing me.
But I didn't.
Regret not learning nothing. And remember now, I got two boys.
I'll be fine.
You know, when a girl will captivate and a lot of stuff, these boys nowadays, you gotta drill certain things into them so they can understand that, yes, even though I'm a single mom, I can still stand up like a man and tell you, yeah. Because, you know, boys most time hit hard when they lose their mom. You know what I mean? And crying, hey, wish my mom was here. Don't wish. Make use of it now. And if you're a young man out here and you're listening to this channel or something, you make use of it. Don't wish that I wish my mom was here. No. While you see your mother in front of you, she might come off harsh with you is because she want the best for you. Even young ladies, young girls out there, they might see your mom like the other day my son started singing, my mom is irritating, I can't stand my mother. And I turn around and look at him when I bust out laughing. The humor with me could not allow me to argue with him. You understand? So if you're a young man out there and everything, and even if you're going through it with your mom and she's single and she's trying to get you out of trouble, she's trying to have you stay in school, she's trying to do her endeavor best or anything, please give her some grace to grow so she can last long in this world to protect you guys as much as possible. Because when you stress your mother out or even your father, when you stress them out, they start deteriorate. You don't know that because they start deteriorate. They might start with a little headache. You don't even aware. They sooner or later you hear your mother end up in the hospital. or your father end up in here or something, and then it make you so stressed out. But just remember what I said. Don't, well, for me, I told my kids this, that everybody life is different. Everybody tell your kids different story, you know. Don't regret losing me. I know they're boys and they need to hear tough love. Don't regret losing me. Regret not learning nothing. Regret not learning nothing. This is not the time to tell our kids, oh, you're going to regret me when they're gone. No, 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 I don't want you to regret me. You can come to my grave and say, Mommy, thank you. I'm gone already. I got no more bills, nothing to pay, but you're going to have left you to deal with everything on your own. So don't regret me, baby. Learn all you can while you have me. So that's another word saying, when you see your mom right here, or even your daddy pushing out the interest to push education into you, drill this into you, drill that into you, captivate, collect. You don't just collect money or collect the money that they die and leave for you. No, no, no. Collect education. Once you collect education, those money you don't even need. You can donate them to charity. You can start a charity foundation. Or if you had a mind of owning a business, you can use some of that money to help push your business, expand your business, expand your horizon, and all these things. You know, that's a dream it's supposed to be. If you're fortunate in those arenas, you know what I mean? But guess what? The best millionaire you can become is when you get a good education. You will fall down. Don't get me wrong, you're going to bump your head. You're going to do everything. But when it's your time to rise, you will find out how to rise. It's like they say you train up a child to grow up in church. And when that child grow older, even if he hits speed bump, we always know his roots. We always know back to go back to church and go pray to God. I ask God to direct him and strengthen him and shape him back into the man he is. You ever hear so many people say, if it wasn't the foundation that my mother or my father had laid upon me, taught us how to go to church, taught us how to pray early and everything, then they don't know where their life would have been when they hit rock bottom. And many of us are living by faith. You know, I'm a prime example. I just don't tell everything. You know, we are living by faith. And they say by faith we move along.
Because after last time, I cannot imagine giving birth.
They say, oh, my foes are before me, but they would not let them die. So I would have to sing the song. You know? Sometimes talking the words is different, but I won't sleep tonight. I won't crack nobody up because it's not 6 o'clock. You know, there's a 6 o'clock here. You sing in the morning with your rusty voice. Yeah. But, you know, and this is what we have to remind our children. And just anybody around us, you know. And sometimes people just need to hear something to say, wake up. Don't keep regretting, oh, I regret my mama. Oh, Thanksgiving coming, everybody go, oh, I regret my mama. How many of you learned when mama was in the kitchen, say, let's go cook, let's go do this, let's go do that, and we refuse. So, mama probably sit on her throne looking at you guys, okay, look at them trying to navigate their way now. And I was giving it to them, but they didn't want it. You know, but she's still proud because you know why? You guys are taking the effort to learn. And when you guys are taking the effort and the interest, and that's all people want to see from us. When we're showing interest that we're trying, you know what? Mama not here, but it's okay. Daddy not here, but it's okay. You know what? Let's try. Daddy used to like this. Let's try this. Let's try Daddy favorite dish. Even if you didn't even know how to cook, but the moment you see you try, that spirit probably start right there. Say, yes, that's my daughter. I can't even touch her for her to understand that I'm proud of her. That's my son. You know, they're proud of you. Whether you know it or not, they are proud of you. So don't ever feel like, even if you can't let somebody proud when they're alive, if they die, still let them proud. From your raised right, still let them proud. And even if you didn't raise right, find a way to shape yourself so you can go say, you know what? So and so, it's life. And even in life, make your parents proud, even if you're on your own now or whatever. Make them proud. Some of us have to be working so hard, but we will get there. So don't look at somebody else and say, oh, I'm not going to get there. You don't know what your number is. God knows your number, you don't. Because remember, he said, long before you were conceived in your mother's womb, I know who you were. So just live on those principles, live on those values. And you will realize that the more you don't give up in life, the more you keep to think conscious about over your life. Speak positive over your life. And as I always say, you might not be always positive because some things will hit your heart and you have to really fend that way. But get yourself back up, brush off. It's like they say, you fall 7 times rise, 7 times fall. That's all. Get up. I'm here. And I was talking to this lady over this week, and
Keep an eye on him, and you
I was talking to about some serious issues or whatever, and then she said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm doing good."
Thanks.
Because if you have to complain all the time about stuff,
So this is the Rebozo list.
doing good become not doing good.
Helps pull the weight off the lower back.
Sometimes it's like all about just taking a deep breath
Contractions get more intense.
and just let it play out. It's like a CD. You just put the CD into the CD player and just let it play. Just let it play out. Just your imagination. Imagine it's a CD play and just put it in a little play. Because sometimes, what can you do? Can't do anything. Yes, sometimes you just gotta just. You ever hear they say, give it to God in prayer? That's all you can do. Just imagine a CD, you're just gonna put it in and just let it play. That's all you gotta do. Because many times we are holding on. We're literally holding on. But sometimes we're holding on. But this hand is just trying to pull us back. And once one start pull you back, you become unbalanced. But if you know who you are in life, you will stay afloat. It's not gonna be easy. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be easy, but we all gotta just keep fighting. Keep fight the good fight and keep staying strong, because you see what's going on in personal life, in the environment. It's like they say, you want the environment, you want the world, you want this, and even with climate change, don't you see what is happening? This time of year you'll be in jacket. Last year this time we were in jacket. Halloween we were out. No, look how barely we had on jacket, but we didn't even need it. Today I went to church and weather was nice.
I believe they're from soft
Things and times is changing.
the kind that don't leave marks.
And if we don't get on the real train, we will know what is coming up for us. I don't know what's coming, but we just have to really fight to get there. We will get there. And that's why, I always say, whispering a prayer to God when you're in your little confined space, to me, is you taking the time to bond with Him. You don't have to come on social media to talk about getting right with God. It's you trying to bond with your God. He will direct you. Many times the world wants us to just come out and do this, do that. It's not easy when you are living in the world, meaning that you give your life to God or anything, and you're fighting to do all of that. Because it's a step and it's a process. And we have to know who we are before we can really come out and, it's like a pastor. Before he can come out and have a church to administer to the congregation or anything, don't he have to work tirelessly, go to college, go to university or whatever, study the Bible and know the principles, know the laws, know everything, know the ideology, know the philosophy, know so many things. So nothing, nothing just happen, boom, and there you have it. No.
My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Oh yes, and growth, everything, some people some growth are like 3 months, like they have a season where they say 3 months to make a grow or blah blah blah, whatever type, some things that are 3 month crop or whatever. Some of us are 6 months crop, some of us are years worth of crop. Like some fruit that you see come on a year round, but that tree it take a couple of years well before it could have produce. And that's the same way with life. Sometimes it takes us many years before we could even produce or even conceive as woman too.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no?
You know, and then we're at a state now where even that become a problem too. So in life, we just gotta just, I don't know, because sometimes word is not there to explain some things. You know what I mean? The words are there, but you know, it's not connected. It's like a dot and it's not connected. So you have to keep trying because yes, you're connected this time, and then you realize,
There has to be some form of punishment.
why is this dot shifting? And he said it just
Get
connected.
live election results as they happen. Be prepared by downloading the free 7 News Detroit app and stick with 7 for your complete election
Oh, we're not
coverage.
giving up, people.
America Votes 2024.
We're not giving up.
Only on
Wherever you
Channel
are in
7.
the journey, don't give up. Don't give up.
Undercover school sounds
You know.
amazing. Self-surgery, 6 things to say when your cover's blown.
We're out
When
here
your
for a
informant is
purpose.
a double agent. Yeah, you
And
have
this
to
is
go.
not the time for us to give
This
up.
is where I want to be.
Lucy, if
Anytime we
you're
feel
staying
like
there,
give
don't-
up, go into our little safe space.
This wasn't
and
your
pray.
fault.
Of course, it was my fault. Rosalind
You
targeted
guys know what you're
because of
going
me.
through, so you know how to take
She's
that into
angry that
God
I
in
didn't
prayer.
testify.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
Like since
I
night
moved
before my
on.
kids
She
go to
couldn't
bed,
handle that.
I
She's been
sat
looking
on the ground
forward
because I
to
cleaned my
torturing
living
me
room
on
up
this
now, so
stand.
we have
And when I
big
took that
space.
away from her, she
Well, I mean, well, not no big money
tried
no
to
space,
take
but
you.
you know, every space
But you
counts. Every house you have, even if it's the wall had so many things and you knock down everything, I
If you
remove
skip
everything,
UC
I
school
create that
because of this,
space.
that's something
It's
she
your big
will be
space.
taking from you.
Whether you're exaggerating or not, it's your big space. You know what I mean? And we were able to sit on the floor. So we sat on the floor, and I joined the hands with them and hold their hand, and we prayed.
Which means
What was amazing is my little one, he had struggled along with like speech, talking, growing up.
You think Garrett was wearing a
And
wire as part of an
all
investigation?
of a sudden today, he just using full-blown sentences. He just keep using them, and I was praying, and I give a sentence, and they have to repeat after me, right? And they were just, and the big one was repeating everything, but then when I listened to the little one repeating everything, I'm like, God, you're really making a difference in this boy life. So he said, all it takes sometimes is when you got the time and the space and that energy and that platform to create them. So any parents out there with children are struggling and going through stuff, don't give up. Because when I listen to how my little boy using his words now,
would come over to play poker in the second
Mommy, I want to go home now. And every word I was using to pray with them, he was repeating them. Some of them wasn't so clear, but what the ones that were clear was like, melt my heart. Because I'm like, wow, ain't this a child that they say, oh, they're going to have to do some this and that on. But let me tell you something, baby. God is already working on here.
Don't get me wrong. We had other problems.
When you don't give up on your children, God is working.
When Garrett started hanging with the crew, that was the beginning of the end.
Yes. You know, you need that connection with him. You know? You need it. And you have to have that one. You ever hear they say you have to have that one-on-one interaction with him? That's all we need, that one-on-one with him. You know? It's like they say when you walk in a crowd, sometimes you deviate from what your purpose is. Because right now you're thinking with the crowd, you're not thinking with your brain by yourself. If you were by yourself, you get ample time to say, you know what, oh, I want to be a creator, or oh, I want to be a motivational speaker, or I want to be a speech pathologist, or I want to do this, or you want to be a doctor. You don't get to really think like that. Not many people have the ability to juggle being in a group and juggle being outside of the group. You know what I mean? 'Cause, you know, some people need that company around them to grow and strengthen them. While some, they can grow and strengthen while into that they have to really deviate. Not to say that they can't survive. They survive, but they need to get their mind space together where they can say, yes, this is not this. I need this instead of this. You know what I mean? So it's life. And then when they go their separate ways and they grow and they realize, oh, then they sometimes they come back together and form again and come right back and make a beautiful scene or anything, you know, beautiful portrait of their life and how they struggled in the end to connect the dots. And sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's better to separate yourself with peacefully than separate yourself with misery. You know, because you're already in a misery world already. So you can imagine when you're separating yourself, you're all chaotic and misery. Sometimes it's just to walk away silently, peacefully, And that's the part I'm on now. I'm like, even if I'm at work now, and I'm like, you know what? Running off your mouth all the time ain't gonna cut nothing. All they gonna do is just tear you down. But sometimes when you see things not working out, that's you just gotta walk away peacefully. So you can grace peacefully. You can survive peacefully. Because that's all everybody dreams is to be peaceful. And sometimes to be peaceful, you have to go through the trial, baby. Some people will look at you like, oh, she complained too much. She miserable. She did. But you don't even know what those people who are telling you what you're doing are struggling with. They're probably struggling with the same issues you're having. But because they're trying to be man or be woman, nobody should see.
Call Harper. She likes you best.
When you talk out things, sometimes it help heal you. As opposed to the man who swallow everything. You ever see somebody choking and then they only have to hold their neck because they cannot talk because something clogged there. So now you have to come in if you learn CPR or anything. Well, you know, I have those kind of trainings. Now you gotta come in and step in to help them. You know what I mean? So it's okay. You know, everybody ain't gonna be the same. That's how we are. You know, they say it's one spirit that give everybody their gift. One spirit. Some people become a prophet who can foresee things. Some people become religious leaders, and stuff like that. I forgot which part in the Bible it was, but I will find it. Anybody know? Just look about that one spirit. All you have to do is ask about that one spirit that give you the gift. One spirit, yeah.
Nolan, has someone been shot?
No.
Oh yes, and you walk away peacefully. Sometimes it's not about to attacking them or confronting them. You know what I normally say to myself is, I can confront them by praying to God and say, God, but ask yourself, was it me the issue? You know, you just when you're looking, when you get time to gather yourself and you look back at the situation, were you the cause of this? You know, you just gotta map it out by yourself. Sometimes you don't need a bunch of people around you to map that thing out, because then it can make you become more furious, more anxious, more nervous. You just wanna, you know, but you don't want that. You're trying to build peace in your life, and when you bring peace in your life, you realize it's much more beautiful. Even though everything ain't gonna be dandy, everything ain't gonna be shandy, but sometimes you just need to just sit back.
I don't think that he's a violent criminal.
And think about
I think he carried a
the
gun
day.
for protection in a neighborhood where that makes sense.
And by thinking about the days, to jot down things, whether you drop it down mentally or on hard copy, I call up yesterday soft copy, where my brain just mentally jot down things without writing it down on a piece of paper. You know what I mean? And to see how you can be progressive. What conclusion can you draw to say, you know what? This is that. Sometimes it's best to just leave people alone. Leave them out there and leave them right there, because sometimes they're dealing with something that is beyond you, and because they're crying out for help sometimes and you are not aware of it, you don't know the signs sometimes of what crying out look like, because you've never been in that situation. It's best to just
Be right there.
so whatever you're going through, I hope you know you can recover from it and everything. But sometimes it's just, if you can't deal with that kind of environment, it's just best to walk away. Because sometimes people will be dealing with certain things personally and they take it out on others. Literally take it out on others. And then others have to deal with the wrath of their destruction. Which in my opinion, it should never be like that. But when you're in a world that's chaotic, that's what you want, chaotic. You ain't gonna get no better, but you can separate yourself for this person's sake. You can separate yourself. Because all you need is the peace. And you know what? As you grow older, you start to realize, you start to eliminate the things that you used to gravitate to. You realize none of that matter. You know, like when I was growing up as a kid, I said I want a house, but the most things I want in there is to have a TV, because I like to hear sound, and to have a TV, to have a fridge, to have a stove, and have a bed. I don't really care about anything much. That's my little comfort right there, you know what I mean? even though you still have the little things around that you would accumulate, but there's some things in life that everybody dreams is to picture yourself. I just want to have a TV, or I just want to have a bed. Some people just want to have a bed in their room and a TV, and that's it, and they're comfortable. While some people want the whole magnitude of that, and then become dust. They're not using it. You just dust.
Report fever, confusion, or stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. Common side effects include sleepiness, dizziness, nausea,
Yes,
and dry mouth.
yes,
These
you
are
know,
all the signs
it's
of
not
cancer.
easy, you know, it's not easy, but and stay true to yourself. When you stay true to yourself, it's easier for you to cipher for yourself sometimes. Because you know, growing up as a child, I'm always self-driven, self-motivated. When I was growing up, I remember one day I said to my mom, up till this day, every time I remember I laugh, I always said to my mom, me, I will never have all these bunch of kids like you. Crazy? No. I only got 2 hands. And I only have 2 hands and 2 handbags.
Did you forget something? You have to vote the non-partisan section.
You know, it was funny because I'm like, how do they do that? You know, we get all those extra hands. I said, I'm not octopus. You know, I used to make my mess with my mom, and my mom said, wow. No, it's true because I'm like, I'm not octopus. I only have 2 hands, you know, one over here and one over here. I said, I only want 2 children. That's it. 2. And did I get my wish? Yes. Every one of things that I wish. I said I want 2 boys, God give me 2 boys. But now I probably gotta cut their hair because every time people see them and their hair look there, they say, oh, that's a girl. If that girl look there, when I go to the doctor, I'm like, can't you see the boy in there? They just look like their mama. Some, you know, some features, you know, like my nose, they sure have my nose. They don't got it in the nose, they got my nose, for sure. You know, and my eyebrows and, you know, certain little things, you know, because as a woman, you know the distinctive features that your child would have to their father as opposed to you. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And,
Well, looks like a false alarm.
I just wanted boys.
Your neighbor said they were watching Dirty
Don't ask me why I just wanted boys growing up.
Smitty, I'm telling you, I heard live gunshots.
We did a thorough search of the house. There was no sign of foul play.
Yes, you know, when it's and then not only that, you see your parents struggle with all of us. I'm like,
Thank you. Smitty, you as
you know, having 2, you still struggle, but at least it's much better than 3. You know what I mean? You know, kudos to everybody with their kids. Don't think I'm not knocking nobody down, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, when I was growing up, I had to draw the line. I see all my mom with those bunch of kids. I'm like, oh, we.
were from a high caliber weapon, not a
You know, one gotta walk by themselves.
It was a big gun.
I don't have, you know, sorry about that, my internet just went off. I don't got that gut and I don't got that nerves, you know what I mean? I
Oh, I'm
don't.
sorry. You know, we could have come to your place,
I
but
don't
I
have
would have
that.
jammed you up.
Okay,
So-
spare me the attitude. All right, you guys clearly need something from me, and I should warn you. All right, my rates
I
have
do
gone up
not have that
substantially
gut and I do
since,
not have the
you know,
courage to
I've
do
been
that.
selling intel to the feds.
And sometimes
Did warn us
you
about
say
that.
stuff
She
like
told
that
us
and
to
you'll be
tell you,
surprised, you know why?
Remember Oceanside?
Because sometimes when you look and see yourself with them by yourself, you say, God, you know what?
Okay,
I probably know why, but I
One
just
second.
didn't know why at the time. But after you have them, then you know
Harper's,
why.
it's free.
Then the why come into play.
What do you know about anyone ripping off drug dealers?
Nope.
You mean those sheriff's department guys?
I tell my boys I would rather
They
adopt.
hit my boy Junior for like 100K.
Okay, well, we need to talk to him. So where is he?
No, girl. No. I've always want boys. So I got the boys. And then I only want 2 kids. So.
He's in the morgue now.
And then God give me boys. So hopefully they grow up and can multiply. You know, if they multiply, that's a lot of kids. If they should be multiplying, multiplying. You know, and that's why I'm trying to drill education into them so they can, you know, get to that part, you know, in a certain things, you know. So when they have good education, they can have all the family they want in the world because they will have the resources to take care of them. They can have build their own company, build their own brand, build this, work for some big company, you know. I don't know what the future holds for them. I'm just randomly saying stuff. You never know what the future holds. Never.
I heard today was the big
If
day,
we all know
so
what the future holds, trust me,
so
baby.
you didn't have to go out.
The life, the path we choose, we will even choose it. Because then we will have, we'll be picturing, oh,
Totally vegetarian, ashwagandha.
mechanic
Oh
make
my
more money.
God. You are
Okay, being a
growing.
construction
I am
make
not,
more money.
but thank you. And thank
A
you for the
constructor.
food.
I'm sorry, you know what I'm
While
talking.
here,
You know what I mean?
chat
So
with
if we had to see
I
those
was offered a
blueprints
spot in
before,
UC school.
go maybe many of the part we take now we don't know that. Okay, don't go in that profession. You know, but we don't know.
I didn't really
We just
notice
get
that.
something in our thought and say, you know, that's what I like to do.
And he really needs me to help him.
Okay, so
I want to
James
be a
thinks that I
this,
should
I
drop
want to
it,
be,
but
you know
something
what I
is
mean?
going
That's
on over at that house.
such is
I heard
life. Such
gunshots
is
earlier
life.
on,
But
and they sent Smitty
only
to
thing I
those
ask
Smitty
God to
advised.
do for me is
Yes.
Are you roping
pray
Lucy
to live
into
to
your
see them become a
fantasy?
certain
not a
age and
fantasy.
see what they really
I didn't
come
mean
to.
it like that. I apologize.
And I say,
but
God,
the truth
after that,
is,
whatever you
labor
want to do,
induces
it's on
a
you.
tidal wave of physiological
I
changes.
literally pray for that.
On
Just
the
to live to see
spike,
them come to a certain
neurotransmitters
age where I
jack up
know
a
that,
kind of
yes,
fight or flight
whatever I was
response.
doing,
Okay, is this
they
just
come
your
off to
way
become
of saying that
something,
it's
then
all
I
on my
won't have
end?
to worry about anything else, you know. My work
All I'm
on this
saying is you're about
earth
to give birth,
has complete.
and you're hypersensitive
So
to
it's
anything
time
that
for my
might
journey
seem
to
like a threat.
transition. You know what I mean?
That seems
And
logical. Okay, you know what?
in life,
I'm gonna go.
you can't worry
Should we
about
say yes?
death because death
To
is a
what?
part of life,
To
and
UC
we gotta
school?
remember
Yes.
that. Yes.
Say yes.
You know, many people when you hear death, they fear death. You don't need to fear death because I'll hit. They said that's a part of life. What you need to do is start make preparation. That means if something should ever go left or go right, then you know how to transition. And well, you won't know how to transition when you're dead, but the children will know how to transition. You know, you have a lot of people who create pathways so when their children, when if they should pass away before their kids don't even have to worry about nothing. Bills are paid, everything are paid. They just have to give them a nice, beautiful little ceremony and put them away. And such is life, man. And such is life too. Even if you get sick or say you don't want to stress your kids out or something, you know.
You broke the seal. You're Mike.
So it's life. And what we make of life will show how we stand the test of time.
Wrong. We're investigating
You know.
homicide, and you appear to be attempting
And
to
many of us are going through something. Even tomorrow, tomorrow or later, some people gotta go to a job that is so toxic to their health, so toxic to their mental health and everything. But then I do just encourage you guys when you go there until the Lord can bless you with something else. Just look on this hand and say, how many bills do I gotta pay? Look on this hand, how many more can I tolerate? And you count them on your finger. Count out how longer you can, how much things you can tolerate. It's like they say when you're learning to take deep breath or something, you count from 1 to 10. Count those deep breath out and see how much you can tolerate. And whatever finger you stop, when you start get angry, that's the finger you need to start to work so you can meet that goal that you need to meet before you see your entrance is closed. You know what I mean?
Where's Rick?
You know, yes, but you know, and that's where, you know, that's where support team comes in. You know, that's where somebody, a good friend, a good, you know, even platform that, you know, encourage people to be positive, think positive, and just be yourself. And when negativity comes, just remember it's 100% natural. Sometimes you can be out of character. It's okay. Get yourself back, pray to God, ask God to cleanse you of it. When they say cleanse you of your wicked ways, cleanse you of your sins and everything. Yeah, the songwriter said he will forgive you only if you believe in him. Right, so, you know, it's like me. I have two boys and one of them give me a run for my money. You hear me? God give me one that will give me a run for the money I don't got. You hear me? And every time me and him butt head and everything, I literally before we go to bed or anything, I will hug him and I'll pray for him. And then yesterday, I think yesterday or the day before, I heard he said, "Man, you know one thing I love with you? You always apologize and you always say sorry." And I said, wow, that is really making a difference in his life. Because then you break that negative thought of them thinking negative as mine. Have you ever seen you talk to your child and you see they went to a place in the corner or in the house and they just sit down and all you see is a serious face, no laugh, no smile, and you're talking to them and they just literally start looking out of space. That's when you need to catch them and break that chain of thought because what they're thinking can be detrimental not only to themselves but also to others. You gotta break that. They're steering directly looking. You gotta tap them out of that space that they're in. It's you know, because you don't want to keep building that negative mind frame with them. Yes, you have to find ways to strengthen the bond and strengthen the relationship, but sometimes it's not always easy. But when you see your kids go into that kind of state of mind, try to find ways. Go over, hug them, son, you know, even though they said you can reward this, but you're breaking that chain, that negative chain that no, it's like the devil trying to pull them over here and say, let's come over here, let's come over here. Mommy don't like you over here, let's come over here. No, you gotta break that, else the devil gonna capture them.
He's still drinking.
You know, you already become enough capture for them. You don't want the devil to have a hold of them, because if the devil got a hold of them, that's it.
Take it off, or I'll take it off.
You see what's playing out with a lot of people when the devil get a hold of them. And once he get a, when I mean get a hold, he get a good hold of them. It's not like you hold on to somebody and let me go and they slip out your hand. No, you get a good hold of them. What gonna happen to your child? So when you see they start going like that,
7 immune supporting nutrients. Our most complete support yet. Welcome to the Cheerios obstacle course.
somewhat, I think somewhat, because some of the things I will do or say to my son, and then maybe a day or even in the evening or whatever time, he will come and he say, Mama,
know when you've made the right decision?
so and so, I didn't like that or so. But sometimes the girls can take it a little bit more hard as opposed to the boy. I don't know why is their mindset like that.
When it's time to go.
Sometimes I think it's because girls was the one who turned man into certain things. So I don't know. Sometimes that's just my belief sometimes. Some girl kind of take things a little harder, you know, because we were the one who really tempt man into a lot of things. But if you look at the Bible aspect of it,
So let's
with
get
the
one thing
snake
straight.
and the apple
When
and all of
Donald
these
Trump
things.
talks
So
about cutting Social Security
I think
and
that's where
Medicare,
that is coming
it's like
from.
spitting in
I
the
don't
face
know.
of America's seniors.
And
We paid into these
because I
programs
only
for
have
our
boys,
entire
but
careers,
I've seen
and
it
he would
where
just cut them. Why?
girls will hold to
He
me
wants
more
to give
malice
another
than
tax
boys.
cut to the super rich,
Because all it
which
takes for a
they
boy
don't
to
need.
forgive you
I
sometimes
know
is
that Kamala
let you lay
Harris will
right
protect
here,
their
especially
Social
when they're so
Security
young,
because
like within
she
my age
understands
group,
why
that
it's so
I have
important
them now
for
3 and
so
6.
many of us.
And I lay here and I'm sick, and fastest they forgot about how I just either cuss them out or probably whoop them for something that they did that they didn't listen about or anything, you know, some discrepancy. And the fastest they just jump right over. So I don't know, maybe as opposed to the girl, it might be a little bit more slow to warm. I don't know, I can't speak much on that because I don't have a mixture of both to really see the difference, you know. And I can't say,
Congressional Leadership Fund is
I don't know.
responsible for the content of this advertising.
Maybe this would be a
So
discussion
let's
for
get one
having
thing
like
straight. When Donald
parents
Trump
with
talks
both
about cutting
boys
Social
and girls
Security
say
and
that
Medicare,
part
it's
today.
like
You
spitting
know,
in
that
the
would be a
face of
better
America's seniors. We paid
probably
into these
clarity,
programs for our entire
because then they
careers,
have
and he
two
would just
different
cut them?
personality, as
Why?
you know, as opposed to me
He
just
wants to
having
give
one
another
when I
tax
mean
cut
one
to the
person
super rich,
personality, it's
which
just
they
boys
don't
I got,
need.
you know what I mean?
I know that Kamala Harris
So
will
probably
protect
people
their
who
Social
have both
Security
boys and
because
girls would
she
better
understands
speak
why
on those
it's so
things, you know, because
important
for me it's
for so
just
many
guessing
of
our,
us.
you know, I don't know the other side really.
Reignite your passion with
You know.
custom anniversary bands from the Jewelry
But the only thing I
Exchange.
could say,
2
maybe
carat fancy
because
lap
from
bands,
the creation time
$14.91,
of when
classic natural bands,
Cynic
$9.90,
tempt the
half
girl
carat
and then the
natural,
girl eat the
$4.99.
apple and then go
Unlimited
tempt
choices
Adam. You know,
guaranteed.
Adam
No
was
transfer level.
peaceful,
The Jewelry
obeying God and
Exchange.
something till that happened.
With all your
That's the
favorite
only
classic
part I would say
casino
maybe
games,
girls
Emerald
are feeling
Casino has
more
your chance at the number 1
resent,
feeling, which is
resentment,
better than number
as opposed to
61.
the boys. The boys feel it too, but sometimes they recover more faster, you know, as opposed to the girls. So I don't know. I don't really have much to say on that, but maybe that's something I probably can always do research on. You know, I like to do research as well, but I don't know. Oh yes, I want to get a hold of the kids, man. I'm telling you. So and you know what? Um, I had went to a parent meeting once. I think last year or the year before, and this lady was speaking. It was at a daycare center, and the lady that came to speak to the parents or something, she was saying that this work, and she was saying that when you have children and you scold them about something, we use the word scolding also in schools because that's the right word to use. When you scold your children, you know, instead of say beating or something, that's the old way to say something. When you scold the child and then you see they go into a little corner or by themselves or something, and then when you look at their face or something and you call to them and they just don't even look at you or something, they are thinking something, and if you don't break that, you're gonna have a disastrous ending in a lot of things, and you see it play out a lot of times. You know, the children run away from the home, or they take up what they don't need to take up, like take up their parents' weapon, do something drastic, not realizing that it can cause major harm to them and their family, you know. So you gotta break them out of that. Even sometimes you ever say something so mean to the child because they were on your nerves because you were dealing with something stressful for the day, it's best to let that child know. It's best to let that child know. Like me, if I'm upset about something and then my child keep bugging me about it, I said, you need to walk away because right now mommy is not in a good mood. Mommy is upset, mommy is frustrated, and I name out some of the emotions so that he can understand. And if you keep going, I said, let me tell you something, young man. I spell the word stop for him. I said the word stop spell S-T-O-P. It don't spell P-O-T-S. It is pots. It don't spell like that. It's S-T-O-P means stop. And I say you will hear that word many times growing up as a young man in your life, and you need, as soon as somebody says stop, what must you do? Because sometimes they don't get it when you use the word stop, so you gotta spell it sometime for them. And if your child is visual, you gotta show them stop. Because if you let them get out, they gonna take another step with you. And I realized that, and I had to say stop and let him know what the word stop mean. And I said, as older you get, you gonna realize you gonna hear that word stop instantly. Stop. Sometimes you don't want to be harsh with your children, but if they're doing something and at this point you get bored or you get frustrated or you're calling to your mind friend, let them know what that word means. S-T-O-P means stop. If you spell it backwards, it ain't gonna be no other way but P-O-T-S. And that's not what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to let them understand the word stop means stop, which is hard. So the lady was saying that when you see the kids go into their mind frame, you will know, because sometimes you're calling them and they just like, and they're so serious, they're not even moving. You could push them and they don't even move. They're like a statue. You gotta go there and break that chain of thought. Even if you give them a hug, that will definitely help them. Trust me, even just to go over and give them a hug and let them know, son, I did not agree with what you did early, and that is why XY happened. But I can implore you or applaud, whatever word you want to use to say, son, listen, man, I don't want you to do that ever again. You need to understand that life is not always going to be like this, but I don't want you to think like that. As from there on, you start build a conversation with them, and then you can find out what they're thinking. Sometimes they lie to you too, so just remember, yes, a child who master the art of lying early, they will lie to you. So know the difference between lie and truth. And so I think they have books out there too where can give you some hidden gems about how children practice lie. Know that, like earlier last time when I was teaching him something, every second he wanna go to the bathroom. Every second. And I say I just turn around to him. I let him go. And then next after almost five times I turn around to him and say, lie to me one more time. Then you know what he did? He smiled. You know when they lie. They only can maintain to so much. So caught them in these things and you catch them up early. Let them know, hey, I was a kid too. And you let them know you were a child once. Because sometimes they be playing these games because they see you're an adult. They don't think you were a child too. You know, you let them know. You know, build those kind of relationship with them. You know what I mean?
Bipolar depression made me feel like life was moving on without me. Then I found a chance to let in the light. Discover Caplyta. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta is proven to deliver significant
that can cause a little confusion sometimes. Reassure them, I have family, I have siblings like what you're talking about, like that. But it's, I always try to reassure them, and as much as I can be there, I be there. So you're not gonna always be at one place at the same, all these different places at the same time. But it's okay, just continue to pray for them and ask God. You don't have to literally go to them and say you're praying for them. Always in your little confined space when you're doing your little work, daily devotion, you're worshiping and everything. God answer prayer. A lot of time we think that, He don't answer. And for whatever God you believe in, but I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, as our Lord and Savior. So Just keep doing what you gotta do and don't give up, you know. And then it's the way the child was raised, because I got two boys, right? And I heard the big one now start asking me at the age of 16. From the other day, I heard he start asking me, Mom, do you love Amir more than me? I said, no. Because I don't need to have no if on that. I said, no, why would you ask me that? I thought you love Amir more than me. I said, no. The only difference, and then I started telling the difference between him and Amir. I said, the difference between you and Amir is that Amir will listen. If I say, Amir, time to put down this and go do your work, he will go do his work. Even though he's a little stubborn too. But you know, you have in the back talk already, and you're on the six. You know, so I let him know sometimes that's the reason why you get yelled at sometimes. But if you stop doing that, you'll be a beautiful little young man. You know, because I know you have a heart of a gold. And you're talking to you and say, oh, mommy, I thought you loved me. I said, no. And I said, listen to me, young man. Both of you come from my womb. There is no way I could love one and don't love the other. No, not with all those pain I've been through, especially with him. Because I have him naturally. The other one, the little one, I had a C-section with. You know, when I was having a C-section, I was literally feeling the cut. Up till now, that's the only thing I remember about having the surgery. When they were cutting me, then they had to put me to sleep. That's the only thing I remember about the surgery. Because I was, I wanted to push naturally first, but that didn't happen. So the next morning, because, you know, I already let all the water out, so the next morning they had to give me an emergency C-section. Is either I live or die. So I had to hurry. I already signed the paper just in case if I didn't have it naturally, then they would do the emergency C-section. So that's what I had to do. Emergency C-section in the 18th of August. So he came on the 18th of August. You know. I was literally feeling them cutting me. Literally feeling them twice cutting me. Because I was in labor, you know, they induced you with that epidermal layer. Mine had failed too. My epidermal had failed because they had this, I think it was some training they were having, you know, I think at the time. And then, you know, sometimes nervousness can get the best of you when they put in the epidermal in or whatever. So it didn't work the way that they had, you know, decided to let it work. But trust me, in the next day they kept coming. You sure you make up your mind it's for us to do it so it cut you yet? And I heard a voice say, nope, nope, nope. And I remember every time they come and ask me, I had Jaden. And then I'm gonna have this one now. This one was the one I'm getting C-section with the big head one you see running around. So anyway, I remember I prayed to God and I said, God, all I'm gonna ask you to do for me today is to let me live to see my next son, Jaden. And I literally called his name to God. I said, Jaden. I said, he needs his mom. He needs his mom. And one day, not right now, but one day I will share with you guys, you know, some things, but not right now. But not right now, but it will be in future, God's willing, God's prayer life, you know. Why sometimes you have to draw a certain conclusion, or why I draw a certain conclusion to certain things in life, you know. Yeah, and I remember at 4:30 in the morning they said, ma'am, you gotta go to the theater now. And I said, all right, okay, everything ready? I said, did you sign this, that XYZ? That's me asking the question now, you know, advocating for myself. And they said, yep. Did you have this XY paper? Yep, okay. Well, we all good. Make sure. I say, yep, okay, good. And they took me to the surgery ward. You have one little desk, like a rectangular desk. It's long like this, and it was big. It's just a little long desk. And they put me on the bed, take it from that thing where they put you in the bed that you were supposed to have the natural baby with, and put you on that little counter there, like a countertop, like how you dice meat on. Life is so funny what you have to do. And I remember wanted to cry and I couldn't cry. I just kept praying. I literally kept praying. I said, God, I need to see my son, Jaden, please. That's all I'm asking you. Because, you know, it's a life and death situation now, you know. Because I wanted to do natural, but it didn't work. So it's a life and death. Because I had called out to have baby 6 o'clock on the 17th of August. That was when my due date was. Then headwater had broken and everything. So can you imagine family, 6 o'clock in the morning till all the way till the next day, you know. So time is really running out. You see where I'm going there. So time is really running out. So yeah. And they put me on the bed there. I was in little pain and everything. They put me on the bed there and they begin set me up and everything. I could see what's going on at the time. But when they start to cut me and they say, be still, I'm like, oh. They try it again. I'm like, Then one of the surgeons said, she need to go to sleep. So they put me to sleep. After that, I don't know what happened. So when I woke up around 8:39 that day. They said the surgery was done by 5:30, but the nurse who came over me when they saw me, because I guess they were watching me when I woke up. And as soon as I woke up, do you know the first name I called was my oldest son, him Jaden. When I look, I saw they put the baby beside you. So when I woke up, I saw this nice, sleek haircut baby. You know, this baby born with a nice haircut. Any baby at all when they born with a nice haircut if they born with a bunch of hair. And they had a bunch of hair. And I looked over and see this baby wrapped up in a blanket, and like the first thing come to my mouth was Jaden. Then all I hear was Mercy saying, "No, this little baby has screamed down the whole place." I'm like, wow. So now I'm trying to get up to go grab the baby, and that's when I realized a lady come and said, "No, no, 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 you can't move. You just did a major surgery." I said, wow. But I will tell you the other part of the major surgery, but not tonight. But you just did a major surgery. You were open for a few hours. No, you can't move yet. And then she come, and I guess based on the surgery, you have to either drink cold water or ice. So I opted to take the ice, meaning I was so dried out. And then I had to take off all the jewelry that I had on, all the earrings. I didn't even know I had so many jewelry. I love jewelry. I don't know, I just love jewelry. Whether they fake or real, as long as they're not sensitive to me, I can wear them. But if they're sensitive, I can't. Yeah? And the first thing I called, remember what I said, when I went into surgery, I prayed to God to let me live to see my son, Jaden, because that was the only child I had then. And then when I woke up, whose name was I calling? Jaden. And I remember laying down there and I said, thank you, Jesus. And then they bring all my jewelry, everything to me. I big up to that hospital out there, man. Big up, big up, big up. And there was this nurse, she's from Canada. When I tell you, sometimes you're out there, you think you lost support, you're lying. You just need to humble yourself. I was in there, and these nurse, and there was this other nurse, I forgot. I wish I had remembered these people. I had no record color. What they call it? I don't have no color. Let's use the word collection. I was going to use the one where they say retro collection or whatever of these people. When I tell you, I never short nothing. These people take so much good care of me. I remember what this baby now, he greedy. You know, they give you the baby bottle, the little baby bottle thing there that you put on the screw on and put the nipple on, they drink until they can know how to breastfeed. That little greedy chihuahua there, I used to mess with my kids, call it chihuahua. But you know, when I get a cut, I could barely move. That little screaming little baby. And then the nursing come to me and said, Mama, I know you went through so much. If you need anything, just press that button there. I will be right there for you. They let me lay down and they take care of the baby. They said, do you mind if we take the baby out the rooms and then you get him back? Listen, the way I was so tired, listen to me, man. You know, you gotta big up to the people who you see out there and they just doing their job. And I mean doing their job. You gotta big up to them. You gotta thumbs up to these people. And people, even if you're pregnant and you're out there, you think you're alone, nobody's there care for you. The father don't come like Donald Trump would have said the radical left. You know, don't worry about that. God got you, baby. I said God got you in the name of Jesus. He got you. You know, if he pull me through, he will pull you through, man. Don't worry. Then the time to stress yourself. Can you bundle a dry come in this world? You hear me? And I'm telling you. The lady comes, she tidied me out, she do everything.
I'm thankful for this family. I'm thankful for my
I couldn't ask her better support system. I couldn't ask her better doctors. I couldn't ask her better. I couldn't ask her no, but everybody who was coming on their shift, when I tell you they were so beautiful, they were so sweet. And you know what? It was in the height of COVID, and the good thing I had done was to take my COVID shot and everything before I went in, because there was another girl. She was lucky to came out. She passed away within that time frame when I was there. So you know, some life lost, some gain. You know, so it was beautiful, man. And then they told me, oh, we gotta let you walk, practice walking. Then my head was on fire. My head felt like somebody put a bullet to my head. Constant headache. I couldn't even hold my head down. I was just, and then nauseous and everything from all that happened to me. So they had to do, what they call it, a blood patch, one of the reverse blood, where they draw your blood and then put it back into your body. Yes, so it was a lot.
I will spend the next 6 weeks just staring at this little engine.
Oh yes. No, I was so jumped out because all the drugs. Remember now, you know, I had to put to sleep because I was feeling them cutting me, so I had to literally go to sleep. So all that drugs that was still in my system, I could barely feel my toes and everything, you know, so couldn't really feel nothing much. So I was so drugged out. So when they come, it's like, Billy, I hope they're okay. You want to hear, you don't even know what they ask. I remember when I get visitors and they say, what did you do? I'm like, I don't know. I was so drugged out. Listen, I was like a zombie. I was drugged out. I had no clue. I couldn't even remember nothing. I just know they say, you know, take the baby and feed the baby and make sure you're okay. And then they bring the baby back to you, then they make sure everything. And then they take him up to the natal place there, have him stay there. They didn't let they stay for a long though, but man, I've been through a rough one there, and then I had to get up and learn to walk. And those nurses, you know, it's not everybody like to do their job, but you see those nurses. When I was leaving, I write a note and left it in the room and tell them thanks. And then when I came home, they mailed me a letter with a gift card. They mailed me a letter with a gift card and a couple of things. Yeah. And it depends. Not everybody go through the same. Some people go to the hospital and in no second, baby out. But everybody's story is really different, you know, because one, if you don't have a supporting system while you get pregnant or so, they fly away like bird. You never see them again. I said that can bring a lot of stress on the body as well. You know what I mean? But if you have a supporting partner right through the pregnancy and everything, yeah, most times the pregnancy go really smooth unless if you have any other underlying condition that need to be dealt with apart from all those things. You know what I mean? So a lot of things, a lot of factors play into, you know, delivering a child or something. So it's not just it's not just looking at one aspect, but there's a number of factors that come into play when a woman is about to deliver a child or so, you know. Some people, you get pregnant and then you never see your partner again or anything, and you don't even, you know, acting in certain way, which helps to, you know, bring down certain and so forth. So that can cause a lot of hassle too, as well as, you know, you've been stressing for all these things can give you a lot of stuff, because 6 months after I went back to the doctor to go check up the baby and everything, check my cut and everything, they said to me, you can't go home. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Which was,
you call somebody to come keep the kids and everything. I'm saying, like, wow.
That's not the right time.
They say you're like a walking dead. And that's why nowadays I tell myself like,
what happened to him isn't your fault.
Happiness, when you live to see another day, be grateful. Because your life could have shattered in just like this.
Are you trying to get rid of me as your girlfriend?
I said, wow. They said, man, your blood pressure was 190 something over. I forgot how much it was.
It's time for you to move on.
Yeah, preeclampsia. They said, how are you feeling? I said, I'm feeling good.
Would be good.
And you want to know the funny thing? I came out the hospital. I was supposed to come out the hospital, I think, the Sunday. I fell back sick and they had to get me brain scan. because of everything that I went through. And the head was like somebody put a bullet from the hip. I don't know what was causing all of that, but it was a turbo headache from the meds or whatever. What I mean, turbo headache and everything. So they send me, go to brain scan, put you under this machine, check your whole of your inside and everything to see what was causing the pain. I mean, I couldn't even hold my head down. So the baby was good, but I was not. I couldn't hold my head down for a second. I said, turbo headache. I mean, And then I had to live on caffeine for a while when I came out the hospital. And when I came out the hospital, I ended up right back in there. Blood pressure. And then they found out I had preeclampsia. Where you could just be walking and just drop dead. They asked me, how are you? I said, I'm good. Because I was walking. They told me not to walk because where I went that day, the hospital was this close to the place, but it was probably about 10 minutes. Well, because I get a cut, so it take me about 10 to 15 minutes walk. It's not that long, but you know you're going to go slow because you have to push in the baby. And I wasn't driving then either. So just so you know. And pushing the baby and everything. And I'm telling you. They told me not to go wait on somebody to come. I called it right to come for me. Listen to me. My stubborn self walked right up to the hospital. And when the person there to come, I said, because I heard the voice in my head said, go walk up by the hospital, it'll be alright. And that's what I did.
If playing the same Michigan lottery numbers over and over again improves your odds to win, that's actually
maybe not 100%, but you know, you need the support. You need all the support you can get. You need all the support because, especially when it comes to help with a lot of things to help deliver baby nice and smooth sailing, or so a lot of that, you know, come into play. And they will tell you, even if you go parenting class and those things, when you have, before you have your child or something, they will tell you, you know, have all those fun moments so that when baby come in, it can be nice, you know, here for baby to come nice, no problem, no hassle. You know, unless you have other factors that's contributing to you, maybe you're stuck with high blood pressure. That can cause a factor too, so you're not just within the partner's aspect. It's a lot of things that can come into play. And then sometimes when you're pregnant, you realize that all these things are popping up. Sometimes you didn't have no problem with them because I didn't have no blood pressure before. And that's one of the reasons why they didn't put me on no blood pressure meds either, because they asked me if I had ever trouble in the past with it. No, I didn't have it before. So life is what it is, man. But you know, here they are now. Don't even know the pain that you had to go through and everything. And I never liked being pregnant. If I was on YouTube then when I was pregnant, I never liked being pregnant. I was the one person when I look, I can't bend down, I can't see my look national. I'm like, no. I never like pregnancy was not fun for me. And then I remember the first time the big one kicked me. Oh man, that was tough. Boom in my stomach. I'm like, oh, why are you doing this to me? It's called automatic reflex when something happens. You ever see somebody smack you off guard and you didn't even notice and you just turn around and smack them back? That's called automatic reflex. Yes.
It is amazing. Thank you.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Remodel.
Today we'll drop in on
it's a lot of struggle, but one of these days when I can really open up a lot, I will. You know, I will share that journey and everything. And actually, one of my story is out there, but I won't tell you what site is out there on. I'll just leave it right there. But it's out there. I was even getting an award for standing up and speak out about preeclampsia and all the things that I had been affected by after having the baby. Yeah, it's out there on the side, but I won't say the side.
Whether you're looking to upgrade style, make your bathroom,
you know, God is good. He's amazing. We're here now. You know, and He brought me through so many stories. Do you think He can brought me through many more? And if God ever brought you out of so many things that you're going through, just tell yourself He can brought you out of many more. Keep pushing, keep pressing on, keep believing, and just tell yourself, I will never give up. The moment you feel like giving up, that's when your blessing is around the corner. on.
beautiful. It's
Never
going to give
give
you
up,
everything
because
you
that's what the
need.
devil want to
Whether you're
strike you
looking for a
with
classic
his
style
lightning.
or the
No,
latest
you
trend,
stay on that
you
side, because
can't
if
stay
you
in the
ever
lane
give
your own
up,
bathroom looks.
all you
Or
hear over
maybe
here
you're
is come
worried
over
about your
here,
safety
and
when
next thing go
stepping
do
onto the
this,
bathtub
go beat
just
that
to take a
person up,
shower.
go fix
I
that,
had
and
slipped
then
in the
next thing
pants
what
in the
happen to
shower
you
and
know,
fallen.
woo woo
Over a new
woo,
jacuzzi,
po
I'm
po
not
po
worried
po,
about
and then
that at
next thing you
all.
go
I
into jail, or
definitely
sometimes you don't even go to jail
Now we're
because you had the
waiving all
person you mess
installation
back
costs with
with
our
you,
Christina
you know.
Across
So
America offer, and no interest and no payments for
anytime
up
you
to
see you
1
faltering,
year. You can
just
create
find
your
ways
new
to
bath or shower
come back, you know,
customized
fight
just
yourself,
for you.
fight, you gotta fight,
Installed in
you know.
just
In
one
life,
day with
life is
jacuzzi
about
bath
fighting,
remodel.
fighting to survive, fighting
You
to
know,
live,
there are
fighting
so
for what
many
you believe
reasons
in,
I love
stand up for
Google's
what you believe in.
jacuzzi.
It's
They've been a
not gonna be
household
easy,
name for
it's a
longer
challenge.
than I've been alive. Their showers, soaks, and steams are amazing, and their hot tubs
Oh,
are
when I
known
was
around the world.
pregnant,
I've seen firsthand how
every
they're bringing
dog
the
I
same
see, I cuss
quality
them
and
out.
innovation to both indoor and outdoor
Bark
experiences,
after me
from
and I
their hot
bark right
tubs
back up.
right to your bath or shower. But what's
My
really
pregnancy,
impressive,
I told you,
they
I
can
did
install
not
a
like
beautiful
pregnancy.
bath or shower
I remember I
at an
was working
affordable
at this
price
place
in
here.
just one day.
I was
I
really a
love
good
that he doesn't
worker
one
there,
day.
and
Literally
this
they
man,
came in
we were
morning,
good
did
friends
the
too.
demolition,
And this
installed their
man
bathtub
there,
in one day.
one day my
I
son
know
was
why
riding
there's
the
no
bike,
jacuzzi
riding
along
his bike,
here.
the oldest one,
Jacuzzi bath
and he
remodel
bumped
came
into my son
with
like he kicked his
above
son out
and
the way because
beyond.
he couldn't get his bag
I
or
am
whatever.
completely mind
And
blown
listen,
how affordable
you
my
ever see a
jacuzzi bath
dog that
remodel
you
is.
touch the pup and
Today,
they
I'm
just
joined
have
by
puppy?
home
That's
remodeling
how I was.
expert
I
Art
told that man.
Edmonds to see just why so many
I say
people
you mess with
trust
my
their
son
homes
again
to
and I F
jacuzzi bath
you up.
remodel.
Thanks so much, Christina. I'm so excited to be
They
here.
say you gonna have that baby
To
in there,
really
stop it.
explain how jacuzzi bath
And then I
remodels
remember I
products
was
and fixtures
there,
work
and
together
God
is such a
working
flawless
mysterious
system.
ways. I was
Jacuzzi
there,
bath remodel
and two
has
girls got in
absolutely
fight in the
beautiful
workplace
custom
and
designs
knocked
we can
everything
install in
over.
just
Bam,
one day.
bam.
And listen,
Who was
coming
in
from a
there with their
well-known
big
designer
stomach
just
part
like
in the
you,
fight?
it's such a compliment
And
to hear how
those
much you
girls were
love
so
the look and
respectful
feel of
to
our
me too.
showers.
And
But
they were in there
even beyond
knocking
the
everything
beauty is
over.
our carefully
And
crafted
and I was in
engineering.
there partying them
Wall
too,
designs
because when you
to
see
the
fight,
premium
the goal
jacuzzi
is for you to
hardware
stop
to
them.
the safety
Because they were
features
two
indoors.
young
Everything is
ladies,
custom
and
designed
for
for you
some
to make it
disagreement they
fit
had, and they
in your
started
space.
fighting in there. I
With
was in there with
Jacuzzi
my
Bath
pregnancy
Remodel,
and
you're not
fighting the
getting
fight.
walls from one place and
But when that man he kicked my
fixtures
my
from
baby
another,
bite,
and then somebody else installing it.
I almost take his
Bottom
head
line
off his
is,
body.
we do it all. And it's all
Pregnancy,
engineered to work
dangerous,
together, and that's what
dangerous
makes it a
road when you're
system.
pregnant. You
The
hear me?
process is so
That's
easy.
that's the wrong time
First,
to mess
the
with a pregnant
designers come
woman.
to your home, bringing the shopping right to you.
Cause those
You see the
emotions,
colors
oh
and
Lord.
designs right where they'll be. And
And I'm not saying it's
quality
everybody that
and
go through those
textures
symptoms,
right
but
in
the
your
woman
hand,
that go through
in
those
your space.
emotions,
He walked us through
ah,
how the installation was going to go, and he was
you
very
thought
thorough.
period
They gave us
emotion
what
would
we asked
be
for.
something,
Yes. And more.
pregnancy
I love
emotion
that
is
Jacuzzi had
skyrocket.
a lot of different options
It's
for
like a rocket
fixtures
sent
and
from outer
grab bars
space.
or storage caddies.
It
So
knock
there's
you
no
so
guessing.
hard you forget who
And
you
you
are.
can build the bathroom of your dreams
Yeah.
that you've always
I
wanted.
remember
Then you'll watch it all
my
come
son
together
Godfather,
right
I
before
could
your
not
eyes.
stand
And
him.
it's customized
For the
just for
life
you.
of
You don't
him,
want to give up your
I
bath
could
or
not
shaving?
stand
Well,
him.
how about a custom seat? Love having an
It's
arrangement
the
of
latter
soaps
part
to
of my
choose from?
pregnancy,
We have
maybe in my
plenty of
third
storage
trimester or
options.
so
And
I
let's
could
talk
stand it,
about
but
the
in the first
installation.
half,
You see, unlike some
I
of
couldn't
those
stand
other
it. My
companies who
sister,
just slap a flimsy
ooh,
cover
guys,
over
I
your
love you
existing
guys. I
shower
could
or
not
tub,
stand
the
them.
installers at Jacuzzi Bath Remodel tear out your
They say
old shower
pregnancy
or
do
tub,
you bad.
clear down to
I
the
have no
studs
more
for a
kids.
total bath rebuild that's done right. We're taking everything out, so it's fresh and new. The
With Jaden, I
entire
was more
installation is
peaceful.
done in just one day, so you don't have
You
to
know,
live
I
in
was
a
much
mess.
more
They
peaceful
came
because
in the
Jaden come
morning,
out so calm.
they did
This
the
one
demo,
now,
and they did the install.
he was
and we were
running
done
me
for
like
the
a
end of the
rubber.
day. To be able to have that was a gift.
I remember going to the doctor, the doctor said, do you hear these kids when they in your womb? I said, hell yes. Rugrat running like boom, boom, boom. And I'm saying, does these kids know that it's somebody womb they're in? Boom, 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 boom. It's a beautiful feeling, but I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand pregnancy. Some of the stuff I wanted, and then the bed start getting irritable. If I can't, when I lay on the bed, especially in the latter part of the pregnancy, I can't get up. I was bad.
So, you know it's a brand you can trust. For an at-home sanctuary you'll love.
Then I had to wear compressed socks with the young one when I was pregnant with him. And then after I had him, my feet were so swollen I had to wear compressed socks.
Every detail is covered.
And that really helped. The compressed socks really help. So if you're out there, you're pregnant, or your feet are swollen or so, get you some compressed socks too. That can help you a lot too. That really helps. Yeah, and elevate your foot. But when you're pregnant, you can barely elevate. But get you some compressed socks, especially if you're on your foot, you know, you're working also.
Just like a grab bar, you need to hold on to something for added safety.
So
And
now
did
I
you know,
have one
Christina, that
tyrant
there's a
kid,
wide
and
variety of
the
accessories
other one
to
is
choose
much
from,
more a
and they can
peacemaker.
all
The
be
older one, the
customized to match your style.
Totally.
it's a mixture of elements, you know. They have all the stuff. But I'm so happy they have a peaceful side to them as well too. Because now I see both of them when they had discrepancy
It really is
or
as easy as
anything, I
1,
see
2,
them
3.
taking up for each
You
other. And
choose the style,
today I had to give
you
them a hug
choose the
yesterday, and I said,
accessories, and
that's the
you
way I
choose the
want my
date.
sons
We
to
do all
be.
the rest.
You know, when they
It's all
get
backed
into
by a
each other, they
lifetime
just hug it
warranty.
out. I love you, my brother. And they always tell each other, I love you.
I
So
sure
I'm
did.
happy for
Right
that
now
part,
is the
you know.
best time to get a new shower
Because
or
the
bath
pregnancy
with
wasn't
Jacuzzi
easy. I would have
bathroom
take
model.
off
You see,
every
it's never been
job
more
man head.
affordable,
Ooh,
and with
ooh.
our no mess, no stress offer.
I saw the pictures of the before and after, and I thought that
When
would
I'm
be
pregnant,
my
I just
bathroom.
wanted to be left alone.
I am so impressed.
I remember the first time I was pregnant, and my immediate family said to me,
Exactly what
I was home. I was
Time
home
is
before I
running
had the
out to
baby
take
because
advantage of this
the other
special offer.
person had to
When you
work or
call
whatever.
right now, we're waiving
I
all
said, if you need
installation
anything, let me know.
costs
My
with our
mama will come
Prestige
out every.
Across
I said, no,
America
I'm good.
offer, and no interest and no
My
payments
pregnancy
up
will
to
not allow
1
nobody
year.
around me.
Call
So
now
don't
to
feel bad if
schedule
you're
your
pregnant and
free,
you're going
no
through these
obligation,
things. It's
in-home
natural.
design
Trust me, it's
consultation.
natural.
You can create your new
And then when you have
bathroom
the
shower
first child and
customized just for you
somebody
from the
ever
most
tell you,
trusted
oh, let
name
me take the
with
baby for
Jacuzzi
a
Bath
walk or
Remodel.
something so you can get
Call
rest, you
now.
wake up crazy
Okay,
mad,
so tell me,
wondering
what
where
are
the
the
baby
two most
gone, who
common
stole the
reasons
baby.
people are
Eh?
calling Jacuzzi Bath Remodel right now?
You think you
Well,
lose your
maybe
mind?
they're
Wait
just
till you have a
tired of the
child.
old, worn-out eyesore of a bath. Often they have dated
You think
colors,
you you're
tiles that might be
losing
cracked.
somewhere. Wait till you have your
Or it
especially if you have your
also
first
clean
child. The
ground.
first one
Christina, did you know
is
that
the
the
one you're
average
always
shower
crazy with.
has up to
You're
300
delusional,
linear
losing
feet
your
of
mind. You're not seeing clearly.
Honestly, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of scrubbing.
You
So
can never
that's
take that
definitely
child
one
out
of
the
the reasons
house.
people call.
Even if you
And
tell the
you'll
mother
love that the
that
new
you take
bath
that
or
child
shower
out the
just
house,
runs
that
a
mother
speed to
gonna
resist
cuss
mold and
you out.
mildew.
Because
Long
when
days
she
of
wake up
scrubbing
in that
are
phase,
over. Now,
she
another good
still
reason
think
people
that
call is they've been feeling
she wonder
uneasy
where her
stepping
baby
over
gone.
that tub
And
to
then,
take a
well,
shower. And we're
that's how
here
you
to
go into
help
depression
with a
too.
safer, more stylish shower that you'll
One
love.
is 6
It's
and
custom
one is
designed
3
for
now.
you.
But
Every
I'm
time
telling
I
you,
stepped over my old bathtub, I worried I might fall.
I never enjoyed
anymore.
pregnant. I couldn't
Jacuzzi Bath
stand that
Remodel
thing.
gave me a gorgeous shower. that
Especially in the
thanks
latter
to
part of my belly, my stomach, and I mean, I was skinny. I wasn't looking like this. I was like a piece of stick. And then all my bungie is at the front now because my big old stomach take away all the bungie. So you know, you like, I used to call myself flat tire.
Jacuzzi Bath Remodel thinks of everything.
Find what makes you happy within the moment while you're pregnant or something going through your phase. Laugh out at something at yourself, you'll be okay, okay? You're just keeping yourself calm and occupied.
That's right.
And everything that I had was to the front, which is my
Time is running out to take advantage of this special offer.
all my stomach was to the all my bungie was to the front. I could not see, I didn't even have nothing behind me. I was flat like a piece of tire.
Call now to schedule your free, no obligation
I was a piece of
in-home
Peter
design
Green.
consultation. You can
And I was
create
skinny,
your
I have a
bath or
big
shower
old stomach.
customized
And
just
then
for
in
you
my
from the
pregnancy, you
most
think I
trusted
gained
name
weight? No, I
with
was
Jacuzzi
tiny.
Bath
My little
Remodel.
face was so
Call
little like a
now.
knucklehead. So so you see me gain weight and double chin now, man, I'm telling you. The other day I talked to my dad because he battling with cancer too, and I talked to him on the phone and he said, what? They can't call you skinny no more. 'Cause everybody know that I was very skinny. So for people to see me with even this kind of hand now, you see these hand now? It's a blessing. Yeah? For you to see me with these hand, you could tell I was skinny. Just look at my wrist right here. You see my hand? Well, camera trick, but you know, 'cause camera make you look fat too. But you could, if you look at my hand here, right here, so you could tell that you were skinny. Right here, so you could tell that I was skinny. Yep. So skinny.
And I can't wait to just like go climb in
But
it
I'm
and just
telling
lay
you,
there.
I showed you pictures too before of me, how skinny I was.
It's amazing.
I love the way that
And then
the
after I
shower
had
came out,
baby,
and
ooh,
I cannot believe that they did it in one day.
boom,
Jacuzzi has been making water
become an
embrace
overall.
for more than
Quick.
65 years. So, you know it's a
Within
brand
no
you can
time,
trust.
boom,
An at-home
overall.
sanctuary you'll love for years to come.
Overall,
Just look
yeah.
at these gorgeous custom designs.
And then before I had before I have children, I didn't eat a lot.
In your own home.
Did not eat a
Every
lot.
detail is covered
But I always
for a
eat healthy.
solution just for you.
After I had baby, I used to hear people say, after you have baby, you're going to feel like a well inside of you. What? It was for real.
If safety's the
Man,
issue, take back
I would
your
have
peace
eat
of
all
mind.
the
Now
animals
is
in
the
the
time to convert your old bathtub to a beautiful, easy entry shower with features like grab bars.
I would, you know, I didn't have morning sickness or anything. I just was disgusted with everybody around me. That was my morning sickness. I could not stand nobody around me.
It's more of the safety aspect.
I could not stand nobody. When I was pregnant, I was like,
trying to step over that.
what they call it, the daredevil.
Get into the
I could not
shower.
stand nobody around.
Opens the door and just
As much as they wanted the support, I could. And as soon as they said something, they had gone.
How affordable my jacuzzi
And they know too.
was, and the fact that it was done in one day was absolutely amazing.
Tyrants.
Time is running out to take advantage of this special offer. When you call
Not
right now,
everybody.
we're waiving
Not
all
everybody.
installation costs with our Prestige
Right now.
Across America offer and no interest and
Not
no
even if
payments
somebody
out
offered me
for
$1
1
million
year.
to get
Call
pregnant
now
again,
to
I
schedule
would tell
your
you, you
free,
take that $1 million
no
and go get
obligation
yourself
in-home
pregnant.
design consultation. You can create your new bath or shower customized just for you from the most trusted name with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel.
Because everybody
Call
would tell me
now.
if you were pregnant.
Join me on a trip across America to see firsthand how this design and installation
Tell anybody who
process
don't be
works.
there. They say,
We'll
what?
visit several real-life
Yeah.
jacuzzi bath remodel customers who
I
are
couldn't
currently
stand
in the
it.
process of transforming their bathrooms.
And you know what? Be
I love
careful what
working
you
with the Jacuzzi Design
ask her
They come
too.
with a variety of designs to choose from.
Be
and there
careful
really is
what
an
you
option
ask
for
her, because
everyone.
if you
My
said, you
Jacuzzi
know what,
design consultant
if I
came
get
in,
pregnant,
found
I
a
will
lot of
cuss
samples
the daddy
in,
out.
and I got
Trust
to
me,
pick out
that's
what I
exactly
liked.
what you're
I
going
was
to
just
do.
really
Give
impressed
me
with
what
it.
you pray for.
Oh my gosh. This is
This
perfect.
tongue here is
I'm really
powerful.
happy.
Well, when I was pregnant with the first one, I used to work in a restaurant and I used to crave burger. That's where I eat burger from. I don't like burger, but that's what I was craving. Everyday burger. No matter what time of the morning I go to work, if I go night burger. But I was very hard working with the big one. Hard. Burger. And a lot of tomato. And when that baby come out, he will eat all the tomato. Every time I buy tomato, I look at it, where's the tomato? It's gone. The boy bite it up, eat it up.
Really nice shower. I'm so excited about it. But at
With
this
the
point,
baby
you know,
now,
we already have one child. We have
what
another
did I
one on the
really
way,
crave with it?
and it
Pizza.
wasn't cutting it. We needed a bathtub.
I was working
for
on a
home.
pizza
I
joint.
trust
Crave
Christina
pizza
completely.
I like the gray, but I'm thinking even
and
a little
fruits.
more
And
bold.
both pregnancy, I eat a lot of fruits.
I loved working with
So
the Jacuzzi design.
if you want, if I
It
eat
was a
food, I
seamless
eat a lot of
process. They
food.
come
Food
in,
wasn't no
they're so
issue
easy
for
to
me.
work with. They
I
come with
eat
a
anything
variety
but
of
some
designs
things
to
I
choose
did not
from.
like.
And it really is an
I
option
can't
for
even remember
everyone.
what I didn't like.
And what jacuzzi
You know, my
brings,
memory is
it's
very
gonna
bad
last
now.
a lifetime.
The Jacuzzi
But
Bath
some
Remodel
things
was
I
a
did not
one-day
like,
install,
but I'm
and
telling you.
literally, they came in the morning, did the demolition, and installed our bathtub in one
And then when you
day.
crave
That's
things, I
great.
marked the big one. I didn't mark the little one, but I marked the big one. And I found out later in life that I marked him. I wanted some liver and I couldn't get it. Some chicken liver. I couldn't
The
get
color,
the
the
liver.
texture.
And I was talking to, I think my sister on the phone that night, telling her how I want that liver and I couldn't get it. And I was I scratched some part of me and it. What they say, it depends on how the baby set in his stomach. You might scratch him in his face, mark him in his throat with a birthmark out. I scratch him and he have a mark. I forgot where in him he have it, but he have a birthmark from me and it's a liver mark. Just a little one though, thank God it's not the humongous ones.
And I love the
You know,
huge
so
quality of
that
rain
guy's
shower
good.
head.
Right? Just imagine being able to relax.
Man, I'm
and
telling you, it's
refresh
tough,
under
man.
there. It
It's
truly
beautiful
offers
to
a
see
luxurious
women
bathing
have children, though. Don't
Plus,
get me wrong,
check
but
out all the
when women
beautiful
go
built-in
crazy when they're
shelves
pregnant.
that ties the whole design together. There's so much storage.
No! Bye! Where's the plane? First flight out.
The bathroom is one of the most important rooms.
And I think that's why a lot of people relationship don't work in is after pregnancy, during pregnancy. I notice the pattern in a lot of stuff now. And I think more education needs to be done on women and pregnant, like do a lot of, because a lot of women had baby before. Do some questionnaire and see what was triggering them when they were pregnant. How did that affect their partner? Because sometimes it's when a woman literally pregnant. That's the time a lot of men didn't know how to handle certain things, deal with certain things. Worse if they grew up in a home where it's single parents alone, nothing was really there as a foundation to educate them about certain things in life. Nobody was talking to them about when they grow up, when they become adults or anything, you know what I mean? So it will be hard. And correct me if I'm right, it will be hard. So when you see a woman pregnant, their hormones changes. Yes, every semester the first trimester they probably throwing up on nausea or anything, they can't hold on nothing or anything. The second semester they might be cool, calm or collective, and then the last trimester they probably can't even stand your gut from one end of the room to the next. They probably can't even stand the cologne you wear. Everything you cook probably nasty to them. It's just a whole lot of mixed emotion that goes into a lot of things. Sometimes you become so sensitive that you just wanna knock your partner and go to jail pregnant.
Our old towel and grout was a beast to clean. And with a kid and
So
a
it's
dog,
not
I used to
easy.
spend
It's
so
a
much
lot
time
that you
cleaning.
have to do, and I think they should do studies
Instead of
on
being a
all
chore,
these women that
now
have
we
children
a
before,
nice
and see
home
what was
space.
one of the main reasons
The cozy
that
bathroom
really
model
called the
is now
shot for
making
them
it
and their
easy
partner to
for
leave.
everyone and
I remember one
anyone
day,
to have that
of course, the
same
man always
quality
said, I can't do
experience
this no
installed in
more.
one day.
Pregnancy is a
The
terrible
cozy
thing, you
design
know.
consultant
It's
convinced, brought a lot
beautiful,
of
but
samples
it's
in, and I
also
got to
come
pick
with
out
a
what I
lot of
like.
ups and
Oh
downs.
my gosh, this is
And when a
perfect.
woman is
I'm
in your
really
state, I
happy.
think
I
men
love the
shouldn't.
fit.
I
The
think if
floor
they
is
have
flat. I don't
a
have to worry
lot
about
of things
slipping.
that,
And the
because
grab
so
bar
many
is
women have
perfect.
children now
It's
that
perfect.
can talk about the signs and symptoms, what triggered them when they were in the relationship with their partner and something caused the partner to drift away from the rest because they don't understand. I think if they bring up what they call a blueprint like that, oh, a lot of men would appreciate women more and be there more for their partner instead of walk away from them.
From seniors to those with mobility concerns.
You know,
to
and
families
then
with
sometimes
kids just
the
looking
woman
for
you
an
get in
easier
a
and
child
more
with too,
fun
they
bath
can
time
be
experience. Jacuzzi
they were
bath
raised in
remodel
a
has
single
you
family
covered.
home,
For a
so
limited
they have
time,
to
we're
struggle a
waiving
lot
all
with a lot of
installation
things, and then
costs
you
with our
grow up now, you
Prestige
have
Across
children with
America
them
offer
also,
and no
and
interest and
then
no payments
you
for up to
realize
1
that
year.
because they
Call
struggle
now
so much
before
in their
this offer
life
ends to
that
schedule your
when they're
custom
pregnant,
designed
all
bath
they know is
appointment.
struggle.
Don't wait any longer to get
All
the
they
bath
see
or
is
shower
struggle.
of your
So if you
dreams.
don't try to
Call
be that
now.
pillar for them, that shoulder for them, that support system that they need,
My old
you know,
bathroom
especially if you had
was,
enough time
it
to
was
know them,
old.
because
I've had
sometimes the
this
truth be
house for
told,
20
sometimes you
years.
don't
It
have
was
enough
looking
time to know your partner
dingy,
because
and
you
I
were
was
so
ready for
anxious to
something
get
new.
in it and
Mostly
get
the
out.
shinies, and the
You know
fact
what
that
I
they could do
mean?
this in a
You know,
day
and
is
then you
mind-blowing
didn't
to
even
me.
hope for a
So
child, you
I'm
know what I
pretty
mean?
excited to see
So
if this
yeah,
happens.
depends on how you get pregnant. Everybody know how they get pregnant. Either one go you get pregnant, when they say night stand, or everybody's story is different.
This is
You know, but when
absolutely
it
my
come on
dream
to our
bathroom. And
children
the
now,
tub is so
it
deep.
make it change the
Any
picture
other
now.
thing could look bigger.
So I think they should have something to educate man on that, so that man would be a little bit more nicer to their partner. That means if they need help while their partner being so rude to them and disgusting during the pregnancy, they could talk to a professional. They could go to parenting class and get the help they need so they can be a little bit more lenient with their partner. And when their partner becomes boisterous, or we call it in that phase now, you know, pregnancy ignorance or whatever you want to affiliate to that. Now you know how to deal with your partner, you know, so you don't have to be running away and something, because then you run away and create multiple kids out there and you can't take care of them. Some get neglected by the wayside or whatever. It's not fair to the children, you know. It's not never fair to the children, you know. So I believe education gonna be the
And the
key.
grout is crumbling. It looks so outdated. It has not aged well.
Are you ready to see your new shower? Here it is.
No, no, you can't change blessing, but that's the norm though, and I think that need to cut out. Somebody having a child, if that was God's will for them to have a child early, they're gonna have it regardless of how you like it. You don't know the destiny of people, and I'm glad you bring that being point up, you know, about what you know now, and that's why you see when you hear a lot of people talk about their life story and said what they know now, if they had known it then, maybe the way they perceive their life then, they wouldn't have to jump to a different, they wouldn't change the trajectory that fast or that quick. They would have tried to learn and grow and understand more. And I think that's why education play a good role into shaping us for the future, and also having a good role model as a mother or father. Because right now, if I should ever live to see my young boys grow up and become fathers, are about to become a father, I have enough knowledge to give them, to help them with a foundation. Mind you, they don't have to take it, because when somebody get pregnant and it's a man child for the first time, and he probably working a mega job, even if he working corporate or whatever, but he didn't expect anything. But you gotta remember, once you're in the world, something will happen. Something gonna come from it. Is a, especially if you whatever, whichever way you think of it, something will come of it. Either you have a baby, you catch disease, you catch virus, whatever, something you will catch.
Take back your peace
As
of
long as you're
mind.
in the world
Now
and
is the time to convert your old
you're
bath
not
to a
using
big,
no
easy
what they
to
call it now.
shower with features like grab bars and the
You're not
custom
using
seat
no
that combines safety and style.
no
Be
plastic. Let me
proud of
use
your bathroom
plastic.
again with
You know,
Jacuzzi
for being
bathroom model.
respectful and stuff.
Time
You're
is
not
running
using
out
no
to take
plastic.
advantage
Something
of this
will
special
catch you,
offer. When you
pregnancy
call
or
right now,
disease.
we're waiving all installation
For those who
costs with our
understand.
Christina
So
Across
there is
America
no
offer
shame in the
and no
game, because
interest
how you
and
think
no
all of
payment
us
for
come
up to
about to
1
talk
year.
about these things?
Call now to
Eh? Your
schedule
mother
your
didn't
free,
use
no
plastic.
obligation
Or
in-home
sometimes they
design
say they use plastic
consultation.
on the
You
birds,
can
which I don't
create your
believe.
new bath or shower customized just for you from the most
You know,
trusted
but
name
it's
with
to each his
Jacuzzi
own, you know what I
bathroom
mean?
model. Call
No,
now.
not nobody, you know what I mean?
Home in
But
2018. My son is 9, my daughter is
education is
7,
really needed in that
and the
area.
shower has
Because
always
a
been
lot of men will
pretty
tell you they walk
tight
away when
quarters.
they
Hardware
when they
is cracked
baby mother
and
get
kind of
pregnant,
rotting,
because the
and
baby
just
mother was
something that
this and the
really
baby mother was
couldn't get
dead.
to at the time. It's just me and my
They
two
will
little
tell you
ones. I'm
why
doing
they walk
everything
away.
myself.
But
You
if
know,
you
the
have enough
day-to-day, the being here to making sure that the
education
lunches are made
and
and the
stuff
bags
and
are
willing to
packed
learn
and the
as a
kids get
man
to
and as
school
a
and that they're doing
as a
homework and all the things
you know,
that you
soon
need
to
to
be
do as a
dad or
parent
something,
falls on my shoulders, and having this
go to
opportunity
parenting class. They have a
get a
lot
new
of classes
shower
out
at
there
this
for
point
fathers
and not
and
having
stuff.
to do the work
Find those
myself
in your
has
areas,
really
search
been
for
a
them.
blessing. And the fact
You know,
that
talk to
Christina was
people who
going to
know.
be
When you go to your
leading the
doctor,
charge
to have,
here
you
and
know,
helping us
have
select
talks
our
to your doctor
products.
so they
And
can help,
Jacuzzi
so
came
that you
in,
can
it was a
become a
very
better father
professional
while your
operation. I
your
mean,
your
they
woman is
swooped in,
pregnant, whether
they
you're
did
not yet
everything in one
married,
day.
or even
Okay,
during
Brandon, are you
marriage
ready
too.
to see
After
your
a
new
woman
shower?
I am.
have a baby, the man left too, because they didn't signed up
This
for
is
the stress that was
beautiful.
going to come with the pregnancy.
The
Some
color.
pregnancy are
I'm so
terrible than
glad you went
some,
with the linen. It looks so
you know.
beautiful.
And I
The
think with
contrast and the
education,
color and the pop of
it's
black.
gonna help.
I
These
love it.
I
researches
love the
that
way
they're
that the
gonna
shower
do,
turned
I
out. I
hopefully
would give this
one
whole
day somebody
experience an
listen to
A+,
these things and
and
do all
I
these
cannot
research and
believe
something.
that they
That
did
is
it
what
in one
gonna
day.
help.
I definitely
That
wish
is
I
what
would have
gonna
followed
set
suit.
us apart. That is what gonna bring
It's
family
so
together.
easy
And
to
even some
transform
of
your
these men,
bathroom
because a
with
lot of men
Jacuzzi
want to
bathroom
be there
model.
for their
Let's
children
talk
when
about
they
the
were
two main reasons people update their
within that
bathrooms in the
state.
first place. Maybe that their
And
bath is
because
just
of the
really
way the
outdated.
mom was
We've
behaving
seen it
or
all
so,
before, right?
they
Little
just couldn't
salmon,
stand it
baby
because they
blue,
had
or
no
awful
solid
green
foundation
tubs. Maybe the
to
grout is
rest their
crumbling,
head up on.
the tiles falling down,
The woman
or
is
there's
being
stains
all
that
the
are never
time.
coming
The
off.
woman is
The other big
irritating,
reason is
kicking him out the
safety.
house,
Now,
doing
I
all
know
kind of
some of you
stuff,
watching at
or
home right now
blocking
can
him,
relate.
doing
You
something.
may
Don't
have a
come over my
bathtub
house. I
that's
hate you.
very
I can't stand
difficult to step
all
over.
these kind of stuff.
We're both
You know,
afraid to
and
get in
then
the
some
bathtub.
people
I
are
have problems with my
not
knees.
educated on
The
a lot
tub
of
is
stuff.
tough
They don't
to
have
get in.
that
A lot
foundation
easier on both
in
of
terms
us
of
to
their
take
parents, their
showers. I'll tell
support.
you. I'd recommend anybody that
You know,
needs
it's
a
just them trying to
bathroom to
navigate
get
their way.
one of these.
But I
Because of
hope,
the safety features of Jacuzzi,
I hope to
it
come
gives
one
me
day in this
great
world,
peace of
somebody
mind
will
that we won't
find
be likely to fall.
ways
And
to
that's something you shouldn't have
help
to
bring
worry
more
about
men
every
into
time you take
being
a
more, a
shower.
little bit more
You see,
lenient with
that's the
women,
beauty of
especially when you're
Jacuzzi
pregnant.
bathroom model.
Because
We have a ton
I've
of
seen
safety
celebrities
features
now
and
have
gorgeous
children,
designs
and
to
after the
choose
man
from.
have
There's
kids with
sure
them,
to
then
be a
two to the
timeless
hair,
design that
they
you'll
broke
love.
up.
The new bathroom with
These
fire
are some of the
exceeded my
things,
expectations. They gave us what we
whether we
asked
like
for.
it or not, to
And
admit to
more.
it, the man
And
could
with
not
low-entry
stand
shower
our
bars,
gut.
stylish and functional grab bars,
Anybody out there who pregnant before
countless
could
other
say
safety
that, even if
add-ons,
them and their
you can
partner
enjoy
living good now.
comfort
The
without
man said it at one
sacrificing
point, say,
style.
you know, I
And
can't
here's the
stand you.
best part.
You
It's all
annoying, you
installed
irritate, but
in
not
one
realizing
bath
that
at a
the
price that
hormone
meets your budget.
that come with
It's
pregnancy is
affordable.
something else.
The company
The
is
man that you see
amazing.
stand up by
I
a woman
am
to
completely
understand
mind
these
blown
things is
how
because they had a
affordable my
solid
Jacuzzi bathroom
foundation.
model was,
They had the
and the
support
fact that
from
it
their
was
mom
done
to
in
say,
one
listen,
day was
or their
absolutely
dad,
amazing.
And
or
it's built
whichever
to
who in your
last
life,
with
their
a lifetime
siblings,
warranty.
whatsoever.
What are
And
you
then you have
waiting
some
for?
of these bitter
Call now
siblings.
and
They
find
so
out for
bitter. Leave
yourself
that
with so
miserable
many
woman. She
people all
miserable.
over
She
the
this.
country
You don't
already
even
know.
understand.
Time
is running out.
You're just contributing to being a monster.
When you call right now, we're waiving
You know,
all
a woman go
installation
through a lot,
with our
man.
Christina Across America offer. And no interest
And then
or
that
no
throw the
payment
stress
for up to
onto the
1
man, and
year. Call
that's
now.
sometimes to
Just giving
me,
you
in
a
my
free,
opinion,
no
that's my
obligation,
opinion,
in-home
cause
design
relationship to
consultation.
go
You
sour.
can create your new
And then when the
bathroom
baby is
shower
born
customized
too,
just for
as
you.
I told you, it's like a
Installed in
dog. You
just
just
one
have your
day
kids
from the
and you
most
can't find your
trusted name.
puppies.
With jacuzzi bath
The man
remodel.
take the baby for a
Call
walk and
now.
you losing your mind. Don't take him out the house again. And you stop.
First, the
And the
designers
man like,
into
you know,
your
you
home,
deal with it by
bringing the
yourself. You and that
shopping
baby,
right
here
to
you go.
you. You see the
Call me when he
colors
grow
and
older.
designs right where they'll be.
Or
And
he
you'll
come when
feel
the baby get
quality
older,
and
when he have
texture
enough
right
sense,
in
when
your
it's too
hand,
late, because
in your
sometimes the kids
space.
grow
So
resent.
there's no guessing.
And
You can build the bathroom
it's a
of
lot
your
of stuff,
dreams that
man.
you've always wanted.
I just say,
Then
just
you'll watch
appreciate
it all
whoever
come
around you,
together
your
right
aunt,
before your eyes.
your
And
your
it's
your
customized
niece,
just for
your
you.
sister, whoever having a child out there now, and they're in this time. Man, if you're out there, you're hearing this, please be a little bit more supportive with whichever, anybody you're getting a child with. It doesn't really matter. Because no Bible tell you to get a child with. Get a child with this lady, she had a PhD. Get a child with this one because she have a degree in this. No book will ever tell you that. So sometimes you get a child with somebody who, even if they didn't go to university or anything, it don't really matter. As long as they have the purpose on earth to make a difference in this life and they're creating a child with you. Don't be saying, oh, that's the worst mother. Just try and support. Because sometimes the drifting away is what causes resentment too. And then the mother become bitter because you weren't there to support what she really needed. You know, sometimes a woman popping off at the mouth, all they need is just for somebody to just hug them and say, okay, baby, what do you need? Do you need me to rub your foot? Do you need me to pamper you down tonight? It's just that, even if you're not going to be with the woman for the rest of your life, but in that moment, that woman needs you. Because what you're doing to that woman now, you're doing it to also the child that is in the womb. You want a healthy child. You want a healthy this, a healthy baby. But if you're not bringing that support onto that woman, there's no way you can have a healthy baby. You know, unless that woman have support around and have strong belief in God and strong faith that God can move mountains. You know what I mean?
And a custom seat that combines safety and style. Be proud of your bathroom again with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel.
Time is running out to take
You see,
advantage of this special
and
offer.
that's the other thing about pregnancy too. Sometimes somebody get pregnant early and somebody will written them off.
Call now to schedule your free
I mean, write them off like a car, like a record. Write them off. Oh, you embarrassment, you this, you that. Not realizing that the children that those persons have then is going to make the difference in the family. You know, I've seen this story on the internet a couple of years back where this lady had 5 children. Her husband, I think her husband passed away. Her second husband, she had passed away, and she had to raise all 5 by herself, and now she's a lawyer. She had get so many awards. She was on the internet for a while. I don't remember, not this year, but I think last year or the year before. Yeah, I think the year before, or 2021, somewhere there. Yes, so let me tell you something. Children bring you joy as well as they can bring sorrow in your life. Because some people, you know, you get pregnant and then you lose a baby or something, so that can bring also sorrow because it's like something you have to live with. Say, God, what happened, what caused this or something. But just remember, sometimes God knows the reason why, baby. Sometimes God knows the reason why he take it from you, because sometimes he look and he say, I can see through that family you're about to have a child with, they ain't right. Or I can see through something is not right, something is blocking something. Or, you know, remember they said, you know, God knew who you were long before you were conceiving your mother. So sometimes when God used to take your struggles away from you, it's because he know why. If you're worse, if you know that you weren't prepared for it, you weren't ready for it, and then you have to go through that, that's double trouble. You know, so some things, you can't question God about it. You just have to keep pressing, keep going. You know what I mean?
The following is a paid program. The
See?
views and opinions expressed
See?
are not
Such
those
is life,
of
you know.
WXYZ
Children
Channel
is
7
joy in your life, you know, especially when they pass the little baby stage where now they can talk. If you leave them with somebody, they can say, Mommy, somebody knocked me on my head. Mommy, so and so. Mommy, we had a good day. How was it? You know, it's so beautiful to hear when they talk, even though sometimes you'd rather they not talk. Because they start talking yourself like what I'm doing. You're like, ooh, mute. But you know, then again, you're like, you know what bring me great joy? And it's life. It's life. You know, and you know, and you have to give it up to her, because now you see she's a nurse now, she's being successful now. You know, not to say she's making $1 billion or anything, but at least she become independent now where she can still manage to take care of her child. And as she grow, the child is growing with her. So the child see the struggles with her, even if he or she didn't understand every step of the way. But the more she growing, that child is growing as well, seeing everything. They paying attention. You know what I mean?
Stirmax is the one-pot
Paying
solution that
attention.
does
Because
everything
even with
for
my
you.
child,
The
they're
secret
paying
is the
attention,
unique
you know.
pod
They're
shape
paying
and
attention.
groundbreaking
Sometimes they
Stirmax
come and they
technology
love to
that's
give me hugs,
automatically
especially when I
programmed
tell
to
them I'm
rotate
down
the
and
pad
not feeling well.
clockwise
Okay,
and
mommy, the big one say, you know,
counterclockwise to help
I'm
with that
gonna let
food
you rest.
jam.
You think I'm
Enjoy
that
the
nice to him
game-changing
when
flavors
I'm
while
stressed
infusing
out?
flavor.
I'll be
And
up
if
on
you
him
never
like my
get
mom.
easy, just add your ingredients,
And I be
then
saying to
walk
myself,
away
you know what?
and come back
I
to
need to ease off
mouth-watering
that.
meals everyone will love.
You know, because with parents,
easy
it's
grip
trial and error.
silicone handles and
Every
light
day,
weight attractive
trial
design,
and error.
the entire pot goes right to the table.
But when we are outside, we love outdoors.
Faster,
You know,
or
we
more
love
delicious.
outdoors.
Stirmax for my family is
We love outdoors.
time favorite.
But such is life. Such is life. Having your children is life. You know what I mean? Stay right here. I gotta put the blessing down. But such is life, my people. Hold on. Such is life. Hold on, my good people. Let me put it up in here. It is life, it is life, it is life. So, life is what you make of it, you know? Life is what you make of it. Oops. Hope this don't fall over. But life is what you make of it. But to all the mothers out there who are still doing it, we have to give you thanks and praise. You know, and bless. And for everybody out there who are still struggling to get there, we still have to pray for you guys. And never give up. Just enjoy the ride, you know. Whatever happened, happened. You know, all I would say, rather, while you're there waiting, you know, the first few years of the child life is what's important. Because you need to make sure they eat healthy, take care of them and everything. Never give up, you know what I mean? Keep fighting. And then for everybody out there who are struggling right now, you know, to have this and have that, you still gotta keep fighting. You see that? You see that? So you see, for every struggle, every sorrow can become joy. And for every pain, you can find the good out of it. And you know, you know, why I tell you, life is what it. My kid went to bed, they quiet. You know, the big one went to bed, but his teacher said there is no class tomorrow. But I don't tell him nothing because he still have school because it's online. He still have school.
And we're going to toast the rice just for a couple of minutes. This is how you do risotto. Once the rice turns a little bit translucent,
It's beautiful when you can have good
all the ingredients.
good support system. And that's what we think we need to be a little bit more supportive with each other. You know what I mean? I think when you become more supportive with each other, the blessing flow more because children not gonna stay at the grassroots level forever. It's just like you see somebody washing their mouth on you or your children if their head look raggedy or something. But couple years in life when they see them when they grow up and they become young man and young woman. Oh, is that? Yes, that's them right there. The same one you used to draw on your mouth with. They're floating.
I just get to walk away. All right.
And you can't blame parents when they grow up and say, stay away from this neighbor, stay away from this. Because your mother and father know how they used to wash their mouth. Tear you down, wash their mouth while you're growing up, you know what I mean? They don't realize that success is going to come.
Now the shrimp are going to go in now as well.
Oh yes, oh yes. And you just take your time and go on. When you create your family, we know what to prepare. You know, no good book will ever prepare you for having children. That's all I can say. But just to see, listen to other women, what really let them and their partner break up, you will be hilarious.
And free itself up, and it'll just
It'll be
keep
something
going
to know.
round and around. You don't have to do anything. Look at the bottom. It's shiny.
But you know, some people, they're already battling with stress, childhood trauma, all kind of that. So now you come in and you start bickering with them. And like, I did not sign up for this. Not realizing that is the emotion.
Once you make risotto in the Stirmax,
So since life people, I'm gonna go take a nap because the little one have to go to school tomorrow. So I'm gonna go take a nap and make sure my alarm is set. And so I can wake up and everything. But thanks to everybody who, you know, chip in, chip out, and give us support and everything. And this is one of the reasons why I hope that if God spend my life coming years, I can create a platform where we can start to talk about the real issues, you know, because sometimes like talking about like how this conversation does lead to, even though I was talking about the lion and the winning and everything, and then it lead to, you know, so many different parts, you know, then we can have that platform where we can talk about natural things that really affect us in our day-to-day life. Like, for example, having children can change the relationship dramatically, instantly, quick. It's like a storm, you know, this beautiful family that you hope to create, and then all of a sudden it becomes sour. You know, there are so many things. Not to say it's the children's fault, but because of all the emotions that comes when a woman is pregnant and everything, and then when they start bickering at the mouth, a man don't understand. Not every man understand that. Some men literally understand, but not every man understand. And the many men that out there that don't understand will walk away not realizing that they're destroying their children. They're putting negative thinking into their children's mind from early. You know, because then when a child go up and say, I want my dad, what do you tell a child? Your daddy dead. Because nowadays they have this term about deadbeat. No, take the beat, the beat off it and tap about no beat. The dead is dead, D-E-A-D. Don't spell no other way. I ain't nicing up nothing, he dead. And then you hear the poor kid say, my daddy ain't dead. How you know, it tear you apart sometimes, you know, but then you realize, you know what, you're gonna keep tearing apart or just keep fighting and hoping that that child will learn all they can from you until change come. But you know, as I said, it's been a long time, and I know change will come. These kids are growing up, and fathers out there, if you're out there, you know, you're not doing it in your children's life because you're saying, I can't stand the mother and I can't stand this. Put all that stand aside and step up. Support your children. You don't have to like the mother no more. You don't have to like anything else that that mother is doing. But stand up, support your children in every way that's possible, because sooner or later, you're going to need them. You know, the song said, no, you're going to need me. You're gonna need me, darling. So when all the women run away that you were running down and your legs broken, fire caught you on fire. But you're still roast, but you still look like a roast beef left. And something, and you're still breathing and everything. Those women ain't gonna be with you no more. You know who you gonna call on now? The ones that you neglect, and they say, the head cornerstone, you know, the stone that they build them on refuse shall be his head cornerstone. You have ample time to make a difference before you burn up in a fire and can't walk no more if you live. God make you live to teach you a lesson. You burn up in a fire and you realize all those beautiful women you were running down, they're no more with you. They gone to pot, hurry over here, or turn, all kind of something. And then the only thing you have left to do is your children or your family. And if you were the person who turn your back on your family or anything, then they might leave you there, make you keep roasting like a roast beef. So instead of making the fire finish you up, start make a difference in your child life. Because they said, as I was reading the book the other night about the flood, when God look and see all the dead body on the land, he said when he coming back again, he will not come back with no flood. He gonna come back with brimstone and fire. So you see all these burn up on this thing. I talk Creole just now, I'm sorry. All these burned up and stuff that is happening around the world. It's a test of what is to come.
Even shreds it in
You
one
know,
pot that you can set,
it's
then
a test
forget
of
about,
what
and
is to
come back
come.
to delicious,
The
perfectly
ending.
prepared meals that cook up to 60%
So make it
faster
right by
without having
supporting
to
your
do a
children.
thing,
You don't have to
except
like the
enjoy
mama.
a little extra free time.
You don't have to.
Introducing the Power Excel
But
Sturmax
understand that
multi-cooker,
you ruin
the
a life. You ruin
revolutionary
your
new
child life,
countertop
okay?
appliance with
But
a
until then,
big
people, how you have a blessed day.
that
And
gives you the
for all the good
feel
fathers and the
of
good mothers out there,
just walking away.
still making it happen. Single dad, single mama, still making it happen. Sometimes it's not always colorful. Like I was driving one day and I said sometimes people look at you and I had a colorful hair in my head. and I was driving on my way to school, and something just came to my thought, and I was just relaxing around the steering wheel, and I said, you know what? Even though I had a lot of colorful hair on my head, doesn't mean my life is not it's colorful. You know, because sometimes you see the glitter and the glam. I went to cosmetology school so I can do my own hair. You understand? You know what I mean? I have a lot of skills that I gained over the years from learning, from dabbling this job, dabbling that job, blah blah blah. So now you look at my head and say, oh, but I went to cosmet school for real, for real. My teacher passed away, I think last year. Yes, my cosmetology teacher passed away. But her soul rest in peace. You know, I can do so many little things. You know what I mean? But not to say that's what I want to do, but I'm just saying. So sometimes people will judge you and judge. That's their judgment. That's not me. They have a saying to say, oh Lord, help me this day to keep my big mouth shut. Let me keep it shut for the rest of the day, because I think I talk for a few hours now. So, you know, but in God we put our trust and we have to follow our heart, and whatever is on your heart, sometimes it's best to let it out because you never know, you know. You just have to be very mindful of everything. And for everybody who's going through fertility issues and something, sometimes all you need to do is just one day just let it go, like, what am I worried about? What am I worried about? Ain't God say he got this? Ain't the love of Christ say he got this? What am I worried about? You go in the bathroom and that's why it's good to have your mirror in your house. You look in that mirror and you say, what am I worried about? Go like Tyler Perry. You ever watch Tyler Perry movie? What am I worried about? Go like Barney or whatever. Eh? What am I worried about? Talk to your womb. Talk. It's like you fail something, you say, Lord, you can't fail again. Huh? Ain't you asked God to change your trajectory? So whatever you're going through, woman out there, you say, oh, I can't have no baby, but you want to have, if you want to have children. Talk to God. Look in your mirror. Your mirror is a reflection of you. Talk. Don't be afraid, man. Don't go on the days. People hiding in closet. Nobody hiding in no more closet. If you people hiding in closet, it's because of safety reasons. Nobody not hiding in no closet no more. Give honors and praise to God. Talk. I remember this one lady. She come on YouTube. Before I go on, she was saying she realized she trying for so long and she having fertility issue. And I remember one day I comment under her video, because you gotta listen to the man when he's giving you advice to give others, because not every advice is advice, you know, something is just statement or something, just a comment, you know. And I say, you know, sometimes all we need in life is to just let our hair, let it be. Have fun within the moment. Whatever happen, happen. But if you go in and say, I want a baby, you won't get none. It's like I want $1 million, I want $1 million. You won't get none. But when you least expect it, that's why you have boom, I'm pregnant. Congratulations. Sometimes all you have to do is let that ego go. Your ego will eat you up so bad that it hold you back. It will tear you down so bad that it's holding you back. Because you're so eager, you're so anxious. Let go of that. Time to collect your super ego. And if you don't understand those things, go Google them. Either your ego or your super ego. ID and EGO and super ego. Go Google them and see what they mean. Trust me, those things will eat your life. But when you get your super ego up, you say, now I know right from wrong. I'm just going to take this day. I'm just going to enjoy this day. Live life. Even if you have to travel across the world to go get pregnant with your partner, whatever. Do whatever it takes. But sitting down and say, oh, sometimes all it takes is a little change of environment. A little change of something to make something miracle happen. Because sometimes you're in an environment where you already tell everybody your problem already. So remember, I was reading this book the other night for anybody who was reading, and they say, while you here trying to do something good, over here is trying to step up. And when I went to church yesterday, I heard the pastor say, sometime in life, when you're going up the ladder in life, you have the devil with his stronger demons them over here. Every step you go in life, and I was reading in the book, so every step you go in life, you always gonna have something trying to destroy you. But if you don't stand tall and put out the faith, put out the courage and everything, and believe in who you are, and believe that God can move mountains, he ain't gonna move nothing for you until you learn to believe, until you learn to understand. You know, he can't do it. You cannot.
Perfection.
And then yet some of we don't even want the child, but we get pregnant fast.
Known as bolognese. And you
You know
know
what I
what?
mean?
We have
Didn't even
one
want a
pot,
baby, but
because
we
that's
get
all you're
pregnant.
gonna
Bam,
need
one
with the
go.
Sturmax. Literally
It's God's
spins the
plan.
meat, so it browns so
Let's not
easily,
erase
and I
God's plan.
never need to take out my spatula.
But stop the
ever.
worrying,
For
man. If
egg
you're out
or
there struggling with
tomatoes.
fertility issue,
So
stop the
remember,
worrying,
the
man. Just
Sturmax
let go,
goes
let God
clockwise
control
when it
your
goes
mind, man.
counterclockwise.
Have fun with your
Back and
partner.
forth,
If
so
you need
you
to
never
come out
jam.
the country
And
for a
it
little while,
also
if you can travel or
helps
whatever you are,
incorporate all
go out the
flavors of
country
food,
and
which is amazing.
bring out your
Our next
partner.
step,
If
we're
you're
gonna
willing
add
to
some
come. If
tomato
you're not willing to
paste.
come, that means
We're gonna add
that's
some
not the
sugar,
partner for you to settle down with in the
some
first
Italian
place.
herbs,
So that's
oregano,
a sign.
basil.
You know,
We're
if
gonna
you,
add a little
especially if you have that
sauce.
weird tolerance, so
Celery,
go travel.
carrots, onion.
You'll be surprised on
And then in
one of your travel. You
bolognese,
say,
we're
oh,
gonna put some
bam,
milk in.
I'm having my bundle
That milk
now.
helps round everything
You
out.
can see my
I'm gonna
bundle
add
is
some
about to
wine
be
to
here.
this. We're gonna add some
And you keep
pepper
it on under
and
the
some
radar
salt.
until you know it's
Okay,
at,
so now
at,
that
at
everything is in
almost
the
near when
Sturmax,
it's near to
all I
be
have to
here.
do
You know,
is
go
put it on
out,
the lid
travel. Travel the world
and
if you
walk
can,
away.
even if you travel from one state to
Man,
the
this
other
is
state.
looking
That's still
beautiful.
traveling.
Look at this.
You know what I mean?
Look,
You don't have to just
you
take
can
the plane
see
all the
as
time.
the
You can
cow
drive
goes around,
wherever you
it's
can
not
drive to if you
burning.
have the
This is
opportunity.
when I like to
But
add
if
my
you
fresh
can leave the
herbs.
country, leave the
So
country
we're
and
gonna add
bam.
some parsley,
You
and
know what I
we're gonna
mean?
add some
And
basil.
bam. Don't
And
worry
we're gonna
about
let that
nothing.
stir
Just have
around.
fun and
That's gonna
enjoy
add
your
a
life.
beautiful brightness. Now
Relax.
I'm gonna take the rigatoni
You know?
that I made in the
Yeah,
Sturmax,
man. Respect, enough love.
and I'm gonna
You know,
put
I'm
it
gonna
right
go
into the
myself too,
bolognese.
but
We're
don't
cooking the
worry
fat
yourself,
in with
ladies
the
out
pasta.
there who are
It's gonna
struggling.
absorb
If
into the
God
noodles
wanna
just that
bless
much
you
more.
with a child,
Plus, you know
He's
what?
gonna
It's kind of
bless
fun
you,
to watch,
but
isn't it?
He need you
You
to
serve
let go
everything
of
for a
some
moment.
things.
Pasta
Because
is
sometimes we're
perfectly
talking
coated.
too much.
Now we're
We
gonna
want a
we're gonna
baby.
hit it
We
with
want a
some
baby.
parm.
We want a baby.
Here we
We want a
go.
baby. We want a baby. Now you begin a chorus. God
Have that
tired of
great
you.
nonstick on
He
there.
wants you to just
I can literally
relax.
take this right to the table, or
Relax.
I can
He
pour
tired
it
of
right
all he
into a
hear
serving dish.
when he try to go through all the
And I
message
want
he
you to
get
see.
from everybody through the
I
day.
mean, look at that.
I want a
That's
baby.
my
I
tuna.
want a baby.
I made pasta
It become a
here. I
chorus
sauteed
now.
my meat. I made a
Just
bolognese
relax.
sauce that cooked for a whole long time.
And then
that's
you will
my
see
tuna.
wonders in your life.
That's why I love the Sturmax.
You ever
It
hear the
does
song
everything
say,
for you.
wonders are
I
waiting
do
to
a lot of
start if you
cooking, and I
hold
love
on
the Sturmax because it's a time saver and it's so easy to
together.
use.
Hold on
Once you're
together
done
with your
cooking, you
man
can
that
pick it up
or
from the handles. I
your
like to
wife
simply
or
put
something
it in
and
the
trust and
refrigerator
believe.
and take it
He
right
can
outside to my
move
friends.
that
Now,
blockage.
you
He
can
can
experience the
move
same
whatever
hands-free,
bind
no
up
hassle
inside of
cooking
you. He
with the
can remove
Power
it.
XL Sturmax multi-cooker. Yours to try in your home for 30
But
days
anyway,
for just
the girl talked too
$14.99.
much.
You get the Sturmax
So I guess my two
non-stick
books that I
ceramic
had to
coated
read
pan with
tonight
9
is
cooking
not going to be
presets,
finished. And I
silicone
love this
handles,
one,
and
Jesus Calling.
cake-to-the-table design
So we're in the
to
month
help
of
make dinner
November. So I'm
easy.
going to
The
probably
tempered
read just a
glass
little
lid
chapter
so you
for
can watch
myself
your food without
to go
breaking
to
the
my
cooking
bed because
cycle.
I got to
And
get up, take my
Sturmax recipe
oldest,
guide,
not my oldest, my youngest
jam-packed
to
with
school
delicious,
tomorrow.
easy recipes
The
designed
big one don't have no
specifically
class, but
for
we can
your
always catch up
Sturmax.
with his
But
work
it
throughout the
gets
day, you know what I
even
mean?
better. Order
So,
today, and you can get
so
the
anyway,
entire
people, have a
Sturmax
blessed
bonus
night and wherever
package
you are in your
absolutely
journey,
free.
just
You get
remember that
bonus
God
number
is good
1
all
to
the
skewer
time.
and rice
And
basket
if you
for
need
fresh,
support,
healthy meals
God is
that cook
always there
fast
for
with
you.
little effort.
He just a
Bonus
book
number
away.
2,
Go read
the
one of his
Sturmax
chapters.
serving
There are
spoon and ladle.
66
It
books of the
snaps right on
Bible.
top of your
Go
Sturmax
read
for
something,
easy
go do
spooning and to
something.
keep your
And
carbs
for all the
clean.
brothers
Bonus
out
number
there,
3,
whatever you're going through, you have a
$100
woman
in
and she
free
annoying and she
grocery
on top of your
coupons.
nerve.
Yours to use
Seek
at your
help, seek
favorite
some
local
advice so
grocery
you
store.
guys can
We'll even ship
be
your
the
order
family,
next business
especially if you
day.
know that's a woman you want to
Absolutely
be with
free.
or something.
Plus, every
Seek
Sturmax
some
comes
help
with a
so you can get
1-year
the help you
ironclad
need.
VIP
You know,
protection
support is
plan
better than
and a
you just
90-day
complaining and not
money-back
finding no
guarantee.
resolution.
This is an exclusive
When we
offer you
find
can't find
resolution,
anywhere
it's
but
better than
here.
just
So
complaining.
order your
Because
Power
if you're just
XL
an empty
Sturmax
vessel
multi-cooker
complaining, oh, this is
now.
that, oh, this man is this, that, what are we doing to combat the empty vessel? If we're not doing doing nothing to shape the empty vessel. It's gonna still be empty. 2-3 years down the line, it's gonna be empty, regardless of how you look at it. Because listen, all this will change one day. All the body gonna be. You're gonna see, flap, 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 flap. Let's go, like a wheel spinning. All this gonna be gravity gonna weigh on all of these. So sooner or later, so learn to just appreciate everybody around you and trust God and listen, man. He gonna move mountain for enough of us. Trust and believe. You know, claim whatever you need to claim in Jesus, and He will remove everything. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. All the flap, all of this. All, listen, man. Let's close my mouth and go to my bed. Everybody have a good night. And this is not a sermon, but you know, when God put things on your heart to say, it's best to leave it out there and just leave it peacefully, respectfully, everything. And I hope something was in there for everybody. And I always like to say, you take a page, must be blank. Now tell your own story. And when I say tell your story, take it to God. Tell him what you need. You need to have this baby, but how you gonna have this baby when you just keep singing about the baby? Get off the baby name now. Leave the baby alone and just try. Keep trying. You will succeed one day when you least expect it. And you're gonna be in that bathroom or wherever you are, shedding tears, calling your boyfriend, calling your husband, baby. God did it.
Now we're gonna plate this
God did it. Then you can tell the story after the baby come. I would suggest when the baby come, you can tell the story. Document those things and then you tell the story after. Because, you know, sometimes you want to jump for joy right away, but you got to remember when something is still inside of you, it can go either left or right. You can still have it full term and still anything can happen. Mishaps. You understand? Mankind taking care, you know, anything can happen. Any play can play. So you always just gotta live. And when that baby come to life and everything, then you can say, yes, God did it. Silent to keep your baby in God's hand. Like how I told you guys, I like to pray in secret with my God. Same way you need to do when God bless you, especially when you struggle for years. Years upon years, months upon months. You're on the verge of losing your wife, your husband, or anything because he wants something that you can give him or something. You tell God what you need in private. He will do it for you. Until then, have a blessed night, people. Good night. Ooh, water.